Special edition here. Every Thursday on the Pantheon, myself, Chillmonger, collaborate with the YouTube channel Marcus, back of the bus, collaborate with Darius of Planet Fanatics. He'll be right. He is right here. Hi. And we talk, and we'll cover the media, things that are popping. The other week, we liked to cover the Viola Davis attached. Well, let's just read the title: Viola Davis tackling adaptation of Afro fantasy graphic novel The Untamed. And not once in that title does it say Stranger Comics, Sebastian, but
right,
but
right.
Stranger Comics is in the building. Sebastian, he's very Stanley-esque. You're a showman. You're a guy who the invitation was given out. You showed up. Hi, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Oh my God, it's Thursday. Yeah, the showman. All right. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks so much for having me on a Thursday here. How are you guys doing? And who in the chat knows Stranger Comics? Do you guys know us? Have you heard of us? Do you know what we do? Tell me. I'm curious to know. Thank you very much for having me on this Thursday.
If they're listening, if they're weekly listeners, then they know that you came up the other week, and Viola Davis comes up all the time over here.
For sure.
Right. It's amazing. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
They say yes, we do. Okay, cool. So, Marcus, you haven't done the thing yet. Yeah, you got to do the thing.
Bust down, Pantheonus. Happy Thursday.
Oh, mic check, Darius. How you doing?
I'm good. How is everybody doing?
We're doing splendid. All right, let's get started, man. Someone's never heard of your fiction before. We know it's being adapted into a movie, which amazing, right? Like that's what we dream of. That's why we support some of these comic books so that they can get larger, get in front of larger audiences, like Ianu did also, which we love here. Sebastian, congratulations on this monumental level up. You're in a movie.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for having me, and thank you for the celebration of this moment. It's crazy. We've been around since 2009. As I get out my cane. The very first ever comic we did was The Untamed, funny enough, in 2009, and we had one issue, and we shared it with we presented it at San Diego Comic-Con 2009. And we shared a booth with like 10 other publishers. We didn't know what we were doing, but we had an option right out of the gate with a producer who did Watchmen and Hellboy and Boogie Nights. And we're like, oh, this is gonna be easy. We're right to the silver screen, And of course, 17 years later, and multiple options and development deal at HBO. We were there for 4 years, and
I read that news article, and I wanted to know if you would give me the dirt on why things didn't fall through or did fall through.
Yeah, there was a couple of guys there. I was like, you know what? No, I'm joking. It was the chap that was really excited about The Untamed, who was the head of drama at the time, who got the project. He left, and then I think after that, because he was such a champion for the project, and it was around COVID. I would just say it did not work out. So I left, and I thought, I'm just gonna keep going on my own, and is that echo? Is it my thing echoing?
No, I don't hear the echo, but I was gonna say that reminds me of something else. Amanda Stenberg and Viola Davis have a relationship with is Children of Blood and Bone, and they were with Lucasfilm for a little while. And that book was going to be adapted by Kathleen Kennedy and her crew, and then it just didn't happen, and now it's with Paramount. So that just happens in media, right? I guess there's no really fancy story.
Well, thank you very much for the congrats in the chat, and Duchess of Black, thank you so much for supporting and joining the Patreon. Did you guys know we worked with Amanda Stenberg?
Yeah, I saw that cover. What's the relationship exactly with Amanda Stenberg?
So Amanda Stenberg's first ever comic book was Niobe Shear's Life, and that because I'm in Oregon, I don't have everything here. But anyway, here is a Tales of Sunder tome. If you look up Niobe Shear's Life, it was the first nationally distributed comic with a Black female author, artist, and hero in the history of entertainment.
What year?
And we came 2015. 2015, and Viola Davis, funnily enough, did the forward in the hardcover of Niobe Shear's life. And that was around the time that the Untamed hardcover was coming out. We dropped it at New York Comic Con. We literally just had our 10-year anniversary. You can see photos of us and Amanda hanging out. And so she was 15 years old. So if you see, go on Stranger Comics and look up Niobe Shear's life, you'll see a whole bunch of history was made with Niobe, with us rocking that. It was so funny. Even my mum at a local newspaper in England was like, "You're in the local paper," you know. And it went all over the place. And we started getting a lot of influx of offers because of Amanda's attachment and this new black Afro fantasy. And we were just making fantasy comics. We were just telling the stories we wanted to tell. It was not, I'm just so in the lab. I don't do stuff because it's a hashtag trending. And all the studios that say, "Oh, this is really timely," I'm like, it's always been timely. We don't do shit that's timely. We do shit that's timeless. We are timeless.
Cool.
So I don't really subscribe to like, "Oh, there's a current trend right now. Let me jump on it." By the time you're marching to the beat of someone else's drum, something else is being auto-tuned. So I don't rock with any of that stuff. So I just here for this. And fun, just to close that circle, Children of Blood and Bone. Viola Davis is in it. Amanda's in it. And the lead is Tusu Mbedu from the Woman King. If you look up Tale of a Son of Niobe She Tribe, you'll see I also write with, funnily enough, before this, that's Tusu Mbedu of Bone and the Woman King. She and I write this one together. So we work with the Atida Badaki of American Gods. So we've been rocking with amazing Black women who bless their talents, their abilities, and their presence into the world of Asunda.
So let's straighten this out. The world of Asunda is just the general name for this fiction. Sometimes you got comic books covering character A, character B, character C. The main character is Niobe, and you have comics where she's younger, she gets older, and then she's like a full adult. So she ages with time, and you've got comics in each of those periods.
Absolutely, we've got Niobe Shear's life. So I'll start you off with the Untamed, where you first meet Niobe. I'll give you guys kind of the pitch, and of course, I don't have any of my books here. So I just got this one here, right? That came from Emerald City Comic Con. But anyway, so the Untamed, where you first meet Niobe, is the intro story to the world of Asunda, and this is how we present at a studio to someone in a booth to someone on live. So here we go. Would you damn your family to save the world? The Untamed is a story of a man who is stuck in purgatory, and after 10 years, the devil comes along and he says, "I'll give you 7 days to reap the 7 souls that murdered you and your family." He says, "Sign me up." He takes a drifter's return to a one-horse town in a huge world. As his memory comes back in broken shards, he realizes when he was alive, he was a bad man and maybe he deserved to die, but now he's on a path to save his family. On his path of vengeance to save them, he meets a little elven girl called Niobe. And she reminds him of how old his murdered daughter would have been, giving this man a second chance to be a good man, even a father. He only has 7 days. The kicker is, what if she's one of the 7 souls he has to collect? And the devil set the whole thing up just to find her. Would you damn your family to save the world? Because if Niobe can stay alive in the Untamed, maybe she'll grow up to become my world's savior or destroyer.
It sounds epic. And it sounds like you practiced that. I heard you say that before. I know I heard you say that before.
Thank you. Yeah. It's that's the Untamed, folks, and that's the introduction story to the entire universe. So I always wanted to create like a Marvel universe of fantasy. And back in 2006, I used to run a record label. I put out historical jazz, blues. You guys might have seen some of our hip hop variants. I'll see if any are in there. We have some gallery art in here. Let me see if
we love our hip hop variants. I remember a few months back we were going over the Marvel hip hop variants.
There's our Dead Presidents homage right there, our Halloween homage right there. What's up, Stranger Comics family who are in the chat? You might have seen our Tribe Called Quest homage. It's quite famous. There's homage, Gambit homage. So yeah, we do.
We got a Nazi-Illmatic in there too.
We've got a Nazi-Illmatic for the Jason Wise project. So we also do Jason Wise. You might have seen that, which is Jason Wise and the Tablets of Kush. We just rocked the Kickstarter for that a few months back with Uraeus, the founder of Black Heroes Matter. It's his creation. And that's about an immortal stealing from artifacts from museums and taking them back to their ancestral homes. Oh, here's our Black Comic Lords exclusives. Here we go.
Oh, those guys. Now we don't support that YouTube channel. Not here. Nope. Sick.
So yeah, the Stranger Plan are using Universal Penguin Random House to distribute their comics for those stores who don't use Luna. Oh, here's a couple of our.
That's a great question.
It's a great question.
So
there you go.
I'll get that in a second. Let me see this on the left. Where do I know that from? On the left,
you got De La Soul and Outcast.
I see the Outcast one. Yeah.
And this is De La Soul 3 Feet High and Rising. So I don't. Some David Mack for folks that love the beautiful painted art.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, Tina, hi. I'm the creator of the Untamed. Indeed. Yeah. Oh, here's a Sade homage. This one's pretty sick too.
I see it.
Yeah. So yeah, we do a lot of dope homages. So to answer your question, that is a great question. We are distributed through Ingram as well for like Barnes and Noble, big book chains, and so on. I just need to figure out how to reach out to the right peeps at Universal Penguin Random House as well. Yeah.
Okay. So comic book wise, maybe we should have talked about this earlier, but you are going to take the comics that you've already made and already produced or already developed and everything. And they got released, 15 years ago, but you're going to go, the Untamed is going to return to comic shops through Lunar. They're going to be distributed to your local comic shops. And every single one of us don't have to worry about shipping and handling or any of the other stuff. It'll be just like this comic book that we all got. Just like this, it'll be available for purchase for what? What's the cover price?
So we've got like a $5 legacy edition. And we've also got a 1:10 ratio variant as well, which is by Kanan White. He's done a Batman 52 Court of Owls homage. So you can get that. You can pre-order that. It's super dope. You can also pick up a free comic, a free comic, March 21st at our event called StrangerCon, where we launch our new Kickstarter. There's 2 different variants that you can literally get for free. Do you guys want me to pull it up? I can kind of do a share screen, right?
Yeah, sure. We can, and I'll even put the link down here.
Thank you. So yeah, thanks so much. There's the Kickstarter, guys. If you hit notifications upon launch, that would be absolutely super helpful. Subscribe to our channel too. I'll just put, hey, sub here, smiley face, boom. But go hit notifications upon launch to all the folks that are here. All the folks that don't know who Stranger Comics is, if you back that Kickstarter, you also show the studios, Viola, all the people that we have a voice. It's a really big deal. Even if you back it for $5, it really helps. It's not just the number of dollars, it's the algorithm with the amount of backers. This is a huge deal for us. Viola Davis is protecting the vulnerability and integrity of this character right here, who's been in comics for 17 years. I found the right partner to protect her. But if you back it day one, let me see if I'm so technically terrible, but let me see if I can figure this out. I'm going to show you some fun. Right, here we are. Boom, is it this one? Boom. Okay, cool. This is it. This is what I want to show. It's so funny. I was doing the pitch and I was hearing my voice in the background. It was hilarious. I was like, "Can I do this? Am I going to fail miserably here?"
I'll add one thing. So I pulled the Untamed that is going to be appearing in my pull list. I think the FOC is March 30th, so that's the deadline for the first issue of the Untamed.
Correct.
And there will be a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. So I'm just going to follow along this story. No spoilers, but I want to see Niobe grow up, and I would like to. Let me ask you: will there be like more than just the Untamed single issues, or will you guys only do those and see like what's the plan? Is there going to be every single issue will at one point come to the comic book shops?
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the
Okay.
goal. And Luna also picked up the trade paperbacks. I mean, we have 8 trade paperbacks collections: Untamed Volume 1, Untamed Volume 2, because we were distributed through Diamond. Dusu, Path of the Ancient, a story of Naibi's tribe, which is fully painted. Erathun. Um, Naibishir's Life, her solo title, Naibishir's Death, where she's hunting down sex traffickers and slave traders to reflect her own black girls that get abducted, and Tales Thunder collection. So, and more stuff to come. I mean, it's an ongoing, building, thriving universe. We even have D&D material for gamers, all sorts of fun stuff. But can you see that in the chat, guys? Is that coming through?
Yes, it should be there.
Can you see my screen? You see it? Okay, so there on the far left is the 1:10 ratio variant you can pre-order at your local comic shop. If folks back our Patreon, you get the inks for free just by backing the Kickstarter and being a Patreon member. If you're like, well, that's too much right now, I don't know who the hell this guy is, I just want to start with something small, back the Kickstarter. If you back it day one, I'm going to give you that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for free as a gift. And if you come to StrangerCon on my YouTube channel, March 21st, we have that for you for free, just for hanging out. If we hit 100 likes, and we're already over 100 likes, you're going to literally get that for free. So you can collect this Untamed set before it becomes the film. You literally get everything.
I pulled up the reading order last time we spoke about this franchise, the reading order of Asunda. And yeah, the Untamed series is where I'm beginning with my single issues in my journey. And I hope that it's so successful that the Niobe series comes single issues to the shops, and followed with Duso and Erathun. How do you pronounce this one?
Erathun. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, for folks in the chat, a lot of my Stranger Comics fans know that Naibe came out in comic shops back in the days 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if we do a re-release of the Untamed, if you're collectors and you want to get like the first in history X, Y, and Z of Niobe, I've got back issues. For the collectors, I even have the original Untamed 2009 printing. I have a lot of this stuff on the website, and I'll have rare exclusives on the Kickstarter. And I also will be sharing a lot of these exclusives. So real hardcore collectors, speculators, all those types of things. If you join us on StrangerCon, not only am I going to give you a chance to just get a whole bunch of stuff on discount, free gifts. People know I'm pretty generous on these days. A lot of free stuff, building the community, just giving love back to you guys. You're also going to see the first ever sneak peek trailer of the Niobe anime that we've been quietly working on.
Oh, what's your role in the anime? Because I saw you're the director of the film, which, by the way, has got me worried. I don't care how nice you're being to me right now. You are directing. I have no idea what your experience is, and it has me worried. But
listen to this guy calling your qualifications to task. Tell him to piss off.
What are your qualifications?
I don't have any. I'm just breeze through life, and life is good. No, I think it's a very fair point. Like I've met with a lot of directors over the years, a lot of very famous directors, big directors. I used to direct quite a few commercials back in the days. I've directed music videos, those types of things. And I was always like, somebody has to understand the vision of the Untamed. They have to understand this is not something quick and fast. It's not explosions by page 6. I'm not in it to please folks. I'm literally just in it to make sure the vision, the integrity of the vision is seen through. And some of the most famous directors I've met with, I've wanted it, and maybe to my detriment, I've kind of, because they're like, some famous directors that you will have known will be like, oh, this is a fantasy, but it's got like a Western feel. The Stranger, maybe we'll give him a magic hat or a magic gun. And I'm like, what? No, it's still fantasy. We're not doing magic guns. Well, what if we make Niobe a white boy and we bring in this?
Right,
and I'm no. And well, I'll bring you. I've got a check for $100,000 right now. I'm going to come to your house and just drop it off. I'll even let you direct, but I want so-and-so actor to play the Stranger, and I want this. I'm like, no. So I'm kind of used to just saying, no, unless it's, oh, okay, fantastic. Like if Barry Jenkins, who did Underground Rail, was like directors that have vision and like want to see, painted work, beautiful story and narrative. It's poetic, it's lyrical, it has cadence and has weight. We're not doing this because it's like, Game of Thrones is hot, Wakanda's hot right now, let's mash that together. Oh, this is like Wakanda, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's got black folks in it. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Do you know what I mean? Is it like Game of Thrones? It's got swords. This is a world I spent, now I'm getting older, 39 years developing. It's got its own language and sound and cadence and rhythm and sense of dignity and a sense of self that if it never becomes a movie or a TV show, I'm very good with it just being a book that I'm proud of. I don't need to just, liquidate my IP just to feel like other folks can feel validated by it. We're in the business of comics and telling stories the right way from a soulful place to create soulful connections. Otherwise, do some other shit.
I still think doing the animation and getting on television screens widens your growth. Like it just, the reach is way more.
But I'll pitch you this: if it's done wrong, done wrong, and then you see it and you go, oh yeah, I saw that Niobe, it's kind of booty, I watched it, and now I've got to try and convince you to still buy the comic book.
Okay.
You've already seen the show first before you picked up the book, right? Like to your what you're saying is millions of people will see the show and the movie first, and if it sucks before an independent, like if Spider-Man bombs, it's still a Spider-Man. If a video game that's got a good, like, I don't know, Elden Ring or something, it bombs, it's still Elden Ring, right? Niobe, an independent that lives off of the community, if it bombs and the world sees it first, you're not going to be like, oh, that I saw that whack show, let me go and try the comic book now. Mm-hmm. So I have to, right? It's really that. It's seeing the big picture that once it's on screen, it has to be 100%. So with the Niobe anime, I found these amazing animators in South Africa. They flew us out for Comic-Con Africa a couple of years ago, and I was like, one of the artists that I work with are like, you've got Niobe fans in South Africa. I'm like, Comic-Con Africa, what is that? And they flew us out. It was an amazing time, and I had these young folks coming up going, hey, you're the Niobe guy, can you meet my mom? Because of you, I'm into animation. I'm like, this is super surreal and extremely humbling. And then they flew us back out to Comic-Con Cape Town, and then we established a relationship with these amazing folks that are so excited to create a look and a feel and a vision for what an Afro anime would look like with a South African signature to it, but set in my fantasy world. So I'm co-directing with a couple of super dope South Africans, and we're going to show the first sizzle March 21st on StrangerCon with special guest Julius Tennant, Viola Davis's husband, who is the president of Juvie Productions, at midday, 3:00 Eastern.
Sebastian, let me bestow some knowledge on you. This came from Vince McMahon. He said you always got to say the day of the week. So Saturday, March 21. It registers with people better.
Saturday, what a day. Saturday, what a day. All right, De La Soul fans. Yes. Saturday, March 21st. All day. I'll be going all day long. Saturday, March 21st. Put in your Google Calendar if that notification hits your spam folders, folks.
Yes.
Julius will be coming on at midday, 3:00 Eastern. I'll be going on at 10 o'clock in the morning, 1:00 Eastern, where we will start. And if we hit 200 likes, you're going to get something else for free. We're at 117 likes. And I want to put that in again. Boom, right there. There it is. Go hit like, notify, subscribe.
Asunda is based off Africa. Is it Africa? What is it, like a fantasy divergent timeline? Where is Asunda?
So Asunda is, I basically said, let no man tear asunder, right? It's probably what I came up with like many years ago when I was a young lad. Asunda is a world. I just don't introduce my fantasy world in the European landscape, Camelot or the Shire. I introduce my giant world of Asunder through different parts of the African diaspora. So it's like, oh, okay, the Untamed is set in the medieval Morocco. Okay. Dusu is like medieval West Africa. Erathun is in medieval Scandinavia, but we start in this place called the Town of Oasis. And on this new Kickstarter, you'll learn that the Town of Oasis is lawless, spaghetti Western, yet fantasy town. It's built upon civilization's past, and you learn that it's actually the cradle of civilization. So you'll start my fans. You'll start to do some deep digging and learn some more lore. But if you are fans of anything ranging from spaghetti westerns to fantasy to just dope comics, you might like it.
Well, that was my last question because I just needed to have confirmation there's no slave trade or colonization or anything like that. All those tropes are not part of this fiction.
Yeah, the one where she was taking out slave traders.
Well, the transatlantic slave trade specifically, or European colonization specifically.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're creating a giant fantasy world, right? So you've got to create villains to create heroes. You've got to, not everyone in a fantasy world who is evil is going to do like good stuff, right? So Niobe has been hunted down by slave traders.
Wait a minute. Okay, are they European slave traders?
Yes, they're European slave traders.
See, that's what I'm still gonna support you, Sebastian, but it's really that's like what I don't look for in my fiction.
Sebastian, you can tell him to piss off at any time.
I'm
just being honest. What you want me to wait for him to go and say, yo, by the way, guys, another slave story? No, that's how I feel.
But again, what's crazy to me is like I have 8 different trade paperbacks. I have multiple comics, multiple stories. One particular storyline is a European. One particular storyline is a European king that happens to be Niobe's father, because she's mixed, who is specifically trying to hunt his daughter down. So he's using certain avenues to try and get to her. So we obviously in the 30 minutes don't get into the nuances of how deep the stories are, because I'll just say this is like, look, I'm just, me personally, you can rock with me or not. It doesn't, but I would recommend you, before you jump to judgment, you have a read of the nuances of the story and really know the soul of who I am.
You're right. I'm not judging you. I rock with you. We're on good terms. It's just my choice, my preference, and the things that I consume. I've been trying to stay away from that stuff, but I'll check it out for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, and it's not everyone's cup of tea either. So that's okay too. But I think it's the focus is when you read the stuff, I think it's human connection. Like the Untamed is fathers and daughters. It's men looking for, they don't realize they're looking for redemption, and they might find salvation within this girl, Niobe, in the Untamed, who becomes essentially this man's conscience. But by the end of it, he's like, oh, this, without really ramming it down your throat, So for me, it's like, can we find soulful connections? And if you want to kind of get into giant fantasy, the only way I think you kind of absorb fantasy is if you care about the characters. So it could be post-apocalyptic, it could be superhero, it could be desolate, and so on. The world itself that I've got is kind of big to explore. I just want you to fall in love with the characters and see if you find yourself within the stories.
Yeah.
Fair.
You guys want to ask him something before he has to go?
What's next? New characters, new ideas. You're popping right now. Where are we going next?
Well, we've started to explore the Asian part of our world, which is fun. And again, as an independent, we only have a certain amount of budget and a certain amount of bandwidth to kind of, you want to hope that people have the patience to kind of to go on the journey with you, right? So, different areas, different landscapes in the world of Asunder. We also have, Jason Wise. We have this immortal from Kush living in present day, reclaiming artifacts and taking them back to their ancestral homes. That's the Nas homage, the J homage, the Akira homage that we've got, Tahani Far paintings. I mean, we've got some really good stuff with there. It might not be your cup of tea, but we have a project called Defiant, the story of Robert Smalls. That I didn't write this one. The writer is Rob Edwards, who wrote Princess and the Frog and the new Captain America Brave New World. But he wrote the story of Robert Smalls, which was just recently NAACP nominated, that we've published, which is a man that grew up during slavery, saved himself, his family, a whole bunch of families, stole a Confederate warship, sailed into Union waters, risked getting blown up by the Union Army, then became a captain in the Civil War, ran for Congress, and they then became responsible for our public schools today. So we're actually doing something pretty special and pretty historical. So you can also check that out.
Sure. We got a super chat that came in. Let's check this one out.
I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, well, I need a dollar.
Puma Lee with the $5. What's your opinion on animation today with shows like Primal or Blue Eye Samurai? What style are you hoping for as far as
That's
art?
what I was thinking about in your last story. Was Blue Eye Samurai, you were describing your father.
Right. No, that's a great comp. The Blue-Eyed Samurai feels very spaghetti western, very Sergio Leone, Akira Kurosawa. That drifter comes to town. I mean, that's amazing. I think that's real super high quality. With what we're doing is, there's some amazing stuff out there, and it's I guess it's a huge honor just to be able to play in that sandbox. And also to find the right people, because it's so easy. It's not so easy, but you can be overcome by the desire to make sure you're keeping up with everybody. You've got an animation going. You've got to get this deal going, and somebody's making an offer to you. So you want to feel like, to your note, Chillmonger, like 100%, the idea that the world could enjoy and embrace these stories. You have a bigger audience. That's really what it's about. So hopefully folks enjoy it.
I hope people enjoy it at the roots. The comic book is coming to shops. The deadline to order it is March 30th. Now, this isn't like the latest Iron Man or the latest Thor. If you don't actually tell your shop to order it, there's a high chance it won't just go to the shelf. You literally have to pre-order this thing and let them know, I want the Untamed from Stranger Comics.
And just to kind of give you an idea, because I know it got a little excited earlier, this is Stranger Comics.
There's a lot of melon in there.
So this is a piece of art I title Dare to See Us. So each character, even the background characters, feel like they have a story. Mm-hmm. That to me is extremely important. And so this is, the one thing that we talked about earlier is really, really kind of like such a minor part of a much, much bigger landscape. I'll show you something else too, which will also kind of help shed some light on what we do. And
it's good art. I mean, that's top notch. It's not like that two-tone color type indie comic art. Like this is the standard, the industry standard.
Yeah, and the industry standard for indies, I think what's really tough, and I talked about this a bit on Black Comic Laws the other night, is understanding how to get access to an artist who is of the level of Marvel and DC and the folks that we're used to, that basically I don't want to say we're spoiled, but we're now desensitized, right? In the sense of, like, we go to the movies, we've got $1 billion being dumped into these giant spectacles, and the comics themselves are being spoiled. They have the budget to pay the top artists, so we as consumers go, oh, okay, this is what it should be. But as an independent, how easy is it to get access to that level of talent? Does that level of talent want to work with you or rock with you or work for Marvel? And if they do, can you afford them? and will they deliver on time? So the independent landscape is tough. It is not easy.
Right. Oh, Sebastian, let me ask you this. So Joseph Village had the 100K challenge. Is there a
Sure.
number you want to put out there? What's the challenge for the Untamed when it hits comic shops in April?
Joe's amazing. I love that guy. He's been such a huge supporter of us. I think the challenge is this: is while you're picking up a copy of Milestone, which as well you should, because it's Rising Tide, Raise All Ships, it's historical. It needs the voices of Stephanie Williams need to be heard. These amazing creators need to be heard. It's bin time. Do yourself a favor and do the community a favor and pre-order your favorite indie title. It could be Stranger Comics, it could be Concrete, it could be who is your favorite indie title that you might not even know yet. And if it's Stranger Comics, then that's a fantastic, because if you're a fan of Viola Davis and you want to see Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, you want to see fantasy represented in a way which you haven't seen before, that the most amount of love and care has gone into this world in the most sincere way, from the music. Like you can scan music, you can scan a QR code in this book, listen to the music I wrote while you read the comic.
What? That's sick. How many comics exists or issues exists in total of this world that you've built for the last 17 years?
Oh, I don't know.
Roughly.
I don't know, maybe 100 or so, off the top of my head.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And we are trying to do that level of quality. Like the Untamed, we took nearly 10 years to paint. Dusu, we took 7 years to paint. If I could show you the Dusu stuff, it's like I don't know if you know Frank Frazetta is, who did the original Conan the Barbarian paintings. Look up Frank Frazetta. He's the OG of fantasy art. Like even your famous Star Wars posters, it all comes from Frank Frazetta's original Conan the Barbarian art. The quality of the work, we have books that are fully painted. It's the stuff that we got is high quality. If I had them with me, I'd show them. And but if you come to StrangerCon, you'll see it. If you go to the Kickstarter, you'll see it. Even if you can pull up, I don't know if you can you pull up a shared screen of the Kickstarter page?
The Kickstarter page, yeah. Let me get that one. Right click, copy link address, paste and go. There should be there somewhere.
Right, there we go. There's one particular cover right there. Now here's something fun. If you guys are fans of video game, the video game The Last of Us, or the TV show The Last of Us, the lead artist did that for me. Nice. The lead artist did a lot of the original art in the Untamed while he was still in college. I've been rocking with that guy before he even went to join Naughty Dog and do Uncharted 4, The Last of Us, and those types of things. So the 17 years worth of work, if you want to see that kind of level of quality art, you want to back the Kickstarter, you want to hit notify upon launch. You can pre-order now. To answer Battery, yes, you can pre-order now in your comic shop, but you can get all the fun things, all the good stuff, all the exclusive rare stuff on the Kickstarter and on the StrangerCon link.
Those are your calls to action. When the movie's out, watch the movie, check out the animation.
Facts.
You can subscribe. You can subscribe to Kickstarter, or you can kickstart a Kickstarter. You can back the campaign, or you can go to the comic book shop and say, "I want Stranger Comics." It's that easy. Please, somebody in the chat, let me know that this stream wasn't for nothing, and at least one other person's gonna come and be like, "Oh, okay, I'll check out Sebastian. I like him."
No, they were definitely excited about it the whole time, for sure.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Like, if you like The Last of Us, that style of art, you'll love our stuff. If you like samurai movies, old school samurai, you love the stuff. If you like Lord of the Rings, but you want to see cultural inclusion and not because it's a hashtag trending, this is not like, hey, let's quickly get some black folks in here. No, this is 39 years of work, and If you just like good storytelling, like this is what it is. I'll say this, like, to kind of get into the deep of it all. There's a line I wrote in Naibishi's death, and the shaman who's looking after young Niobe, who's really little, says, "Remember, She tribe, do not trust the word just because it is written. Our trees have died to hold their lies. It's up to you to speak our truth."
Mm-hmm.
So trees
draw you
die
in, man.
to create
Draws you
paper.
into the story.
Paper makes the books, the scripture for you to read. Yet we are oral tradition people. So we are bringing down the truth of oral tradition, bebop, hard bop, hip hop, and we are presenting that within these comic books.
Cosmo says, "Love Sebastian, great intentional work."
Thank you.
Someone else says you can pre-order now on the Kick.
Yeah, the pre-order now in the comic shops, and on the Kickstarter, you can just get all the fire stuff, the exclusives, the rare stuff. If you're like a collector, for sure, you can pre-order online. Actually, yeah, there's a link. I can't remember what they're called. DCBS, I think they're called. You guys might know better than me. You can or pre-order there. If you go to our Instagram page too, guys, at Stranger Comics, there is an online link that we have in our link tree that you can pre-order the pre-order the comics of the first Untamed issue there. And we also have a ton of stuff on the website. There we go. Pre-order the Untamed. So all the things are in the link tree.
Right on your Instagram page. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys have ample information. We appreciate Sebastian for showing up here. We appreciate Sebastian for showing up even when we didn't even know who he was, and making the change we wanted to see in the world. So much love to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for having me, everybody. And if folks also want to just check us out, here's something really fun. Do you guys want 6 free digital issues? You can literally go to strangercomics.com and download 6 free digital comics. Nabish's Life issue 1, Untamed issue 1, a whole bunch of issue 1s to see whether or not you like it. So that's also something you can do too.
Yeah, I saw that pop up right when I went on the website, but like I'm so used to closing them, I didn't even. Okay, I might just I won't even need to open up my issue because I've already seen it digitally. Okay, gotcha.
Absolutely, and the fun stuff with that pop up too, for folks that see it, it'll also give you a discount code. I think it's called Welcome, and it'll give you 20% off anything on the website. So there's another thing to do. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to get digital. That's great, but I like some physical stuff. I get a collector comic, or I'll get a trade paperback, try it, a hardcover. Our special edition hardcovers on the Kickstarter, just so you guys know, has gold foil editions, wraparound dust jackets, all sorts of things. So the stuff, the intention is definitely
That's fire.
Yeah,
is definitely there for you guys. Yeah.
Will make me step into the shop, man.
Yeah, I was sitting here looking over a lot of this, Sebastian. This looks great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And while you're in the search, if you guys do like, and thank you to everybody in the chat, I do appreciate the support. It's not easy work. If you go in the search and type in hip hop homage, you'll probably see a whole, or just homage. We've got Silver Surfer 4 homage, Steranko homage, Black Panther, Fantastic 452 homage, the first appearance of Black Panther, for folks that like the nostalgia, to the beautiful painted work. So we've got a little bit of something for everybody that's their jam, essentially. Yeah, there's one right there. Look at that. There it is. That's the metal of it. The Silver Surfer number 4 right there.
And it's Kanan White doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kanan White did the interiors actually for that book I was showing as well.
Quality artist. You're spending the money.
yeah, exactly. Thanks for everyone in the chat. I appreciate the love. Yeah, making comics ain't easy. It really is not. You're on the road. It is the convention booths are crazy expensive. Travel, accommodation. It's the life of a convention warrior to kind of go from one con to the next, set up, tear down, build a community, boots on the ground, grassroots style, before social media was such a big thing. And I suck at social media. So it's like I'm just OG, just going from one con to the next, But the StrangerCon will be amazing, and you will see the Niobe anime. That's for the anime heads. It's got its own voice to it. So I think somebody was asking earlier, the Blue-Eyed Samurai. This has its own voice. There are influences, of course, but yes.
I probably missed it. Where can we see the anime when it hits?
So the anime. So we're doing the Sizzle and StrangerCon. We're going to do the greater trailer at San Diego Comic-Con. I'll show it there for the greater trailer, and that's the trailer to basically, so you guys know, I'm not going to option this project. I'm going to make it and then license it. So my goal is to not, kind of the same way I started Stranger Comics, like just to give you some fun backstory. When I ran my record label, I didn't want to run another company again. Running a record label, you deal with a lot of crazy characters, and so I shopped around this idea, right? And there was a lot of companies, not only were they like, yeah, we don't do black, we don't do female lead, we don't do fantasy, we don't do any of that stuff. Not only that, I had some of the big ones try to steal the ideas, come up with something similar. It was extremely difficult to start. And when you've got no money and you're really trying to figure this out, and to your note, Killmonger, earlier, like, what are my qualifications? I had 0 qualifications in writing a comic book. I had 0 qualifications in running a comic book company. There was a guy that when I wrote the Untamed movie script, I had 0 qualifications. And there was a guy that was one of my closest friends. He was angry at me because he went to film school, and he was like, this is my lane, right? This is what I'm doing. And I'm like, I'm just trying to put one foot in front of the other. But I won't do anything unless I feel like it's the best that it can be. I never said yes to me directing the Untamed. It was like, no, I think this is what it needs to be. Not from an ego standpoint, just from I see the vision and I want to actualize it in the same way I saw the vision for the first comic, in the way I wanted to see it, and did my best to actualize it.
Darius can correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't George Lucas say that he was going to make that Underworld series and then he'll license it out to whoever wants it, but he'll make it all, no one has input, there's no notes from the studio, and he's just going to produce it, who wants it, pay for it. Like that's George Lucas, right?
Yeah, right. I didn't know that. Yeah. I mean, it's the same way. I dropped out of school when I was like 17, 18, didn't go to college, came here and, just boots on the ground, just, trying my best and absorbing. I think listening is probably the best thing to do. Studying, listening to people smarter than me, wiser than me, giving me tips, but also allowing myself to doubt myself and my own abilities as well. Critique and doubt is, but having enough confidence to let it be okay to be wrong. Like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, or to say, hey, that's right, that's a much better idea, or that's essentially how I ran the record label, and then Stranger Comics, is just listening to people smarter, and but also staying true to a vision. So if it's going to rise and fall, it's going to rise and fall based on my vision, and I'm okay with it.
It will rise, and you'll win all the awards. Which one would be more prestigious, the BAFTA or NAACP?
That's hilarious. I don't go to any of the award stuff, but I was invited to the NAACP recently, and it was just lovely to see a lot of Black folks celebrating and having a good time. That was a lot of fun. Going back home, going back to the BAFTAs, just for the UK folks.
Pick one.
I have a quick question. Just I hope
I
this is.
would say the NAACP after
There you go.
at the BAFTAs to win me, like that's like to win me to Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo is like that's kind of whack, you know.
Yeah.
So at this point, the NAACP awards.
Sebastian, quick question from me. What is your relationship with the community?
In what way?
As far as like how you came to do this comic about Black folks.
Oh, you're asking about my ethnic background and who am I and what am I? Yeah, it's always a fun topic of conversation. So I'm mixed. I grew up in a very small kind of white neighborhood in the UK. My mother is from India. She's Indian, African, Dutch, and Portuguese, and my dad is English. So I've kind of grown up like as a young chap growing up in the boarding house for a portion of my life. It was not uncommon to be called every racial kind of slur when you're going to bed, beaten up by 18-year-olds. You're 13, and you kind of learn that you're either going to be that kid that runs, the kid that I knew some kids that try to commit suicide, and you learn how to fight. And so I think for me, I found as someone who's mixed that I never found a place I belonged, but I found people I belonged with, but not necessarily like, oh, like that question, right? There's a lot of folks that are like, oh, because I'm mixed, you're light skinned. And there's a automatic sense of community. Whereas other folks are like, oh, you're an ally, you're a white dude. Or I've walked down the street and a guy walked past, he goes, Shabbat Shalom. And I'm like, hello. And 30 seconds later, a Muslim brother walks by, she's like, Assalamu alaikum, my brother. So being mixed and depending on what my fro's doing, my beard's doing that day will lend itself to people's perceptions of who I am and what my relation is to creating such content. But having those experiences has, I think, helped probably kind of I don't know. It's funny. I get asked this question now and again, and I also get like my ex who passed. She was like, "You're channeling in the way that you write and the way you create. You're channeling through your experiences, your life experiences, and your past spirits experiences, your soul's experiences." So, all I knew is being 13 years old, getting called the N-word every day, and creating a world I could hide in and a character that could take on my vulnerabilities and my fears, because I was 13, being beaten up by like 18-year-old kids, but then also my wrath. And my wrath I learned from my father, and my father was not a guy to mess with. And so you kind of also learn fear, right? You learn how to deal with confrontation. I don't like confrontation at all. I really don't like it until I love it, which is also dangerous, right? So you can kind of have fear. My experiences was fear of my father's perception of me and what it was to be a man. So you have all these kind of conflicting kind of, external things that, I mean, we all go through life, right? With, are we othered? How do we fit in? Hey, I'm the nerd, and do I fit in with the jocks? Hey, I'm mixed. Can I fit in with these folks or these folks? And then, I'm quickly reminded by one group, you're not this, or another group, you're not this. So you find folks and individuals that you fit in with, or families, or that you fit in with. So as far as my mix, yeah, I'm very mixed, and just how it is.
But you're doing great work. Great work. Like I said, this was like, it's going to be great. I was reading the article here from the Hollywood Reporter on the film with Viola. Love Viola. So And I love the world of Westeros and Game of Thrones. So anything that looks like us in that type of fantasy world, I am all for. So keep up.
Thank you. And I tell you, you guys will appreciate, I would imagine you would appreciate this. Like, so when we're crafting, even with the anime, like, so I work with Amanda Stenberg on Niobe Shear's life, and very light-skinned actress. And then I work with Tuso, who is a darker brown actress. And I have other versions of Niobe in the books where Niobe is very dark-skinned. And so when I work with Tuso, she's like, oh, but you did this with Amanda, she's, different complexion. And I said, my goal is, if you read different versions of Niobe in the books, there's somewhere she's very dark skinned and very light skinned. So all Black girls can see themselves within this character. So you can read different interpretations to embrace this character. So all young Black girls can see themselves within her. And then when we come to the
transitioning to the silver screen as well,
it's really interesting with a silver screen. My desire is to have a dark brown actress for Niobe. I think that's really important. But because I'm so close with Amanda and Tuso, and know who they are as people and their spirit and how decent they are and how wise they are and smart they are. It's rare that you come across people in life that just have that sense of wisdom and that sense of passion that can connect with the character. So, I wouldn't say like I would turn myself off from that possibility, but my goal is to have a dark brown actress for Niobe because I think it's extremely important. And then Dura, the creator of the world, is very dark brown. And so when you watch the anime, we actually have this thing of like, okay, what's her complexion? And then what's the complexion of the other characters? So it's, again, it just comes back to this image here, which I think is, again, really, really important.
Keep saying that image, yes.
So that is, I can't reverse. There we go. That is Tuso Mbedu right there. The one as Niobe, right? And then you've got the one with the blue feathers. That's actually Niobe's mum, the one with the blue feathers. And then so you see different complexions, different folks within the tribe right here. So that's really important to me, is to also see different complexions. Even in the Niobe's storyline, we have 7 disciples. And when I was working on that project, most comics would be like, oh, the 7 girls, the 7 disciples of Niobe, there should be one that's Asian, one that's Latin, one that's European. All of them are Black. One is light skinned, one has vitiligo, one is very dark brown, one has this, one has that. So we're also embracing the different aspects of the African diaspora within Niobe's disciples. So when you read Shear's life, you'll see that. So that's also, representation within the representation.
Yeah. We got another super chat question coming in.
Bitch better have my money. Play down, call me on my blood. Pay me what you want it.
Don't mind those animations, by the way. We just do these. Battery $2 says, to Sebastian, do you like Avatar: The Last Airbender?
The OG animation? The OG animation is amazing. We're talking about that? Yeah, the OG, yeah, for sure. The movie I wasn't a massive fan of.
He's not talking about the movie.
Okay, yeah, the OG. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the OG animation is fantastic. And yes, she does have off-colored eyes, Lawrence. I want to say Lawrence of Arabia because it's so together. But yes, yeah, absolutely, she does have the heterochromia indeed, which is a descendant from her father. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know what that is because there's a picture of Max Scherzer who's got that same deal where one of his eyes are a different color. Or both of his eyes are different colors, I should say. It's not one of his eyes.
Yeah. There's a lot of lore, a lot of fun stuff to kind of discover within this world and within this character. And what I always like, we had offers in the past to make Niobe the movie. Some studios were like, can we just jump to the Shear's death where she's like Furiosa in Mad Max, she's hunting down these dudes and everything. And I'm like, you know, Harry Potter's allowed to grow up. We're allowed with young white characters to blossom with them and evolve with them. So most importantly, young black girls are never allowed to grow up. They're already burdened with the responsibility of being a caretaker of the world. So, which is the irony of Niobe, is I just want to be a girl. So let's experience that with her on her journey from teen to adulthood.
Just make sure to sign that actress to a 5-picture deal from the jump so that she can't negotiate something when you're 3 movies in. And right, exactly. Right, Marcus. That's how you do business.
I'm gonna tell him to fuck off for you at this point.
No, what you want him to pay someone an exorbitant amount of money? Who, like, you make a star, you make somebody famous, and then they start going, no, you know what? My trailer's not large enough, and they just Robert Downey Jr. you.
It's crazy because he advocates for these, for these black characters to get their just due, rightfully so, right? But then when it's time to get them in position, he turns into damn Walt Disney or Bob Iger, and he's like, hold on, we gotta rein in these pennies here. We gotta make sure we get them for good value.
I'm not saying rein in these pennies. If we're on movie 5, you better be paying somebody, the lead actors, $1 million. I'm just saying you don't get to $78 million, whatever the numbers are. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sure Sebastian is open to renegotiate, when it's time.
Nah, don't renegotiate. Sign them long term from the beginning. We have another super chat. Sorry, go ahead.
I appreciate it. Yeah, the fun, the lucky part of running a record label for a lot of years is, and doing a lot of studio deals, is kind of understanding where they want to get you, and how they want to screw you over, or where they need their wins and where you need your wins. So yeah, it's negotiations in these kind of areas. They're always fun, and I just won't ever do anything that compromises the integrity of Niobe. That's why I'm doing the Niobe anime, like, in-house, and paying out of pocket for it, and starting without anyone else paying for it and then telling me what to do with it.
Right. Super.
Get money, don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'ma take your money. I ain't never drop a dime.
Arthur with the $2 super says, Sebastian, favorite comic book character? You can't say your own.
No, the Hulk.
That's easy as that. Hulk? Really?
Hulk, easy, yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, the reason why is because skinny dude, and I was picked on a lot as a kid, and then I would lose my temper, and et cetera. So I could really relate to, like, please leave me alone, please stop, all the things. Like, my first night in the boarding house, I was 12 years old, and I was tipped out of bed and stomped on by about, I don't know, 7 or 8 kids, and I already had a fractured spine, and like every kind of racist name, including one like Indian kid who was a lot darker brown than me, and I was like, but aren't you? And then how to get my vengeance back on each one of them. Yeah.
Oh, you should name a character after them. That's what I would do. I'd name a bad character after the bully. Yeah. What are the names they called on you? You call it in. You have any swear words that are, like, unique to your fiction?
Yeah, skak.
Skak? The S word.
Yeah, for sure.
Any particular iteration on the Hawk? Immortal, Maestro?
Oh, I'm probably just like super OG. Don't make me angry, and he just gets stronger and angrier. The dumb green puny human. I'm 52, right? So, like, I grew up with that kind of that OG savage Hulk. I also loved Planet Hulk, because it felt very, very Hulk. Like very Conan the Barbarian. It's an excuse to, like, dump the Hulk and just let him,
do
red
whatever,
shop. Do whatever. I loved World War Hulk. In the movies, the original Avengers movie where he gets to ragdoll Loki, and everyone after that sucked to me. I was like, they're just using the Hulk. Hey, look, the Hulk Buster armor is really good because it beat Thor is really, it's just like just using him as the go-to guy to prove someone else is tough. I hate it when they do that. Yeah, the Hulk's my dude, yeah, for sure.
So what's your favorite film presentation then for the Hulk?
The Avengers, the OG Avengers.
The first one. Okay.
The first one, just from a sense of like, at the end, he hits Thor, he ragdolls Loki, he does the puny humans. I was like, yeah, finally they're doing that right.
He was the MVP of that movie.
He was. Yeah, just went downhill. Yeah. It was the Hulk, and then after that, it was probably as a kid, Wolverine, Black Panther, and Storm, and maybe Nightcrawler too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's epic. Yeah, I was an X-Men junkie too, so yeah.
Love X-Men.
Of course, had to be. Let's call it, Sebastian. We'll have you again some other time. We appreciate that you're here.
Thank you, guys.
Action, a Kickstarter, and
Anytime.
a pre-order of a comic book for all of our comic heads. I'll put the link of the Kickstarter one more time in here in the chat for anyone who is enthusiastic enough to hit the trigger. And Sebastian, again, man, thank you again. And I hope we'll get to see you again and talk to you and chat to you guys again. March 21st is Stranger Con. That's Saturday. It's coming up.
Saturday, come watch the anime. See Viola Davis's husband in real time react to it because no one has seen it. So you guys will be the first people to actually see the Niobe Sizzle anime March 21st. I'm not doing any like special announcement, this, that, and the other. It's like, this is for the community. This is for the peeps. So come and have some fun. It's you'll be in for a treat Saturday, March 21st. Yeah, you'll see a very different side to me. It'll be a crazy time.
March 21st. Don't be a skack.
Don't be a skack. There you go. Appreciate you guys. Thanks very much. It's online, Lawrence. It's online YouTube Live. It's the only place. You don't have to go to anywhere. Just tune in on that YouTube link. Hit like, subscribe, and notify. Hit that YouTube link. Like, subscribe, notify. Tune in. 10 in the morning, 1 o'clock Eastern. All through the day, I'll be in front of the screen for 11 hours straight with a whole bunch of crazy comics, exclusives, gifts, competitions. Some of you guys can come on. I do a thing called Dead in the Brief where people come on. I play like a 5-minute D&D game with them. Crazy guests. Hit those buttons. Hit those buttons and come and get some free swag and see the Niobe anime. It'll be a lot of fun. And our Stranger Comics community, honestly, are awesome.
That's a community I'm joining, so I'm part of it now.
There you go. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks so much, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Thank you.
You guys have a beautiful night.
You too.
Peace.
Pantheon moves forward with Super Mario trailer. Grogu won't speak. Avatar news. Who wants to take the lead?
Where we going next? Highly follow that up.
He was lovely.
He's actually still streaming on his end. Let me remove him. Goodbye, everyone watching on the Stranger Comics YouTube channel. There, I think we're gone.
All right. I mean, I've seen the Super Mario trailer. I like it. It's dope.
Oh yeah.
Kids are excited, or my son is excited.
See, when they went to space and you think, okay, they're doing a galaxy thing, but then the room and the opportunity for Star Fox, Thamus, that thing that titillizes me.
It does. I'm still hopeful of some sort of Zelda mashup, with that being the next big thing that they got coming, or at least like a teaser, a little bit of hey, what this is on the horizon. But all of together, man, I think all of it looked pretty good. Knowing what we got from the first movie, I don't think that they have to work too hard on the story. It's really not going to be that complicated. It's Zootopia-esque, Get it out there, repeat the recipe, get the characters out there, maybe add some more surprises, and you're gonna turn to Billy. You'll turn to Billy. Very excited for or Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario.
Yeah, visually beautiful. It's what I want. Like that. And remember all the Easter eggs from the first movie where we went to Princess Peach's castle. We heard the Princess Peach music from '64. We saw Diddy Kong show up for a second, like just for a cameo, but like that level of care and reward for being a lifelong fan of these brothers is like something I can't wait to revisit again.
For sure. So wait, with Zelda being through Sony, you don't think it's not gonna connect to this at all? That'd be a little weird.
No, Nintendo is still Nintendo, so
Yeah.
don't force them.
They'll find a way to make it make sense, even if they don't do the whole Roger Rabbit thing, which I want them to do.
You think the conversations of us going, "Oh, we're building. It's going to be a Smash Bros. Movie." I think that's like destructive a little bit, because I just opened the topic and we're already talking about the future. Oh, what happens when these guys mesh with these guys? Like, that might be a problem. I started it. I said Star Fox and Samus. I should be starting it with what an enjoyable game on the Wii that was. What kind of jokes are they going to make about the nunchuck and the thing you can collect the stars if you guys played the game, the orbs, the colorful orbs. That's what we should be thinking about, right? Yoshi's going to be in it, right?
Yoshi
I'm supposed to be complaining about how they got Donald Glover to play Yoshi, and
why does Yoshi need to talk? Like, why does anybody need to play Yoshi? Anyways, I guess it's just another role to hand out. But
I don't really think it's a bad thing to think about what's on everybody's minds, and that is Smash Bros. It's the most successful game when it comes to Mario and friends. It is. I mean, I used to spend hours, especially on the weekends, all day sometimes, and playing that on GameCube. Smash Bros. Was great, and I think that again, with all the Easter eggs that have been given and things like that, we all know that's where they're going. So of course, that's going to be on everybody's minds.
Smash Bros. Was great if there was 6 of you. There was 4 controllers there. The winning 2 stay on, the losing 2 get off. That was like 5 hours
that's
of
why
just
we
breeze
still
by.
play
Like,
video games in the same room. I'm taking it back. Taking it back. You used to travel to your friend's house to play the game.
people are angry for nothing. Brie, a Nintendo fan, glad she got cast. Yeah, well, anything Brie Larson will make people upset.
Who is she?
She plays Rosalina.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. The space stuff also opens up Metroid. Smash Bros. That was one of my go-tos.
Well, Ryan Reynolds played Pikachu in Smash Bros.
No. Will Ryan Reynolds play Pikachu? That's Brie Larson right there. I got no, like, someone's got to play that character. Why are we mad at Brie Larson? After they got Chris Pratt to do the Mario voice, and everything is up for grabs.
Who cares that it's Brie Larson?
No, you don't understand.
I hear that.
No, she didn't. She's like not racist though. She's someone who advocates for like inclusion and things. Think about that. Diversity and equity as well.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, I don't really have any big expectations for it. I plan to go see it. Very quick turnaround, I will say, as far as a sequel goes. Good job on that. We didn't have to wait 6 years for a sequel, so great.
Yeah. What is it about kids' movies? Because Sonic was also every 2 years too.
I think it's these. Isn't okay. So Nintendo is doing this. Is it still the Japanese folks running this?
Illumination is doing it too. The guys who do the Minions.
Well, you see, they get those films out pretty fast for the Minions. Turn around and it's another Minions. I didn't even know there was 5 of those things.
So really what we're asking is, what the hell takes Disney so long?
Yeah.
What's your excuse? Like these smaller studios be cranking this shit out. What's your problem?
When did the last one come out? I feel like Mario is not that old. When did that come out? Like 2 years ago?
22, maybe.
Oh, that's 4 years ago. If it was 22,
It doesn't seem like that.
it doesn't feel like 4 years ago. No.
Yeah, if it was 4 years ago, it doesn't seem like that.
Wow. It was a summer movie too. Pokemon is going to be difficult. Sonic is a completely different universe. Yeah, but he's got those rings, so boom, he's just going to appear in the universe just like that. Chilia Pokopia? No, I haven't played that game. I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2. Smaller studios are intentional on the animation
2023.
side. 23.
Yep, 2023.
So 2 years. Okay. Yeah. So it didn't. They got that. That's a good turnaround.
Disney is just racist. You don't say.
Yeah. Like Quan just said, Spider-Verse. I don't even care anymore on that. That's like,
Yeah, what the fuck? Sony be pissing me off because I just keep hearing all these Sony updates. Yeah, we're rebooting this. We're going to reboot the villains, and we're going to be more in tune with Marvel. Where is Miles? Where is he? Shamik Moore is going to be 40 years old by the time that we wrap all this shit up. Still trying to play Miles Morales.
I can't wait for the press that he's going to do with Haley Steinfeld. Just the over attention that there's going to be on that. The jokes they're going to make.
Baby by now.
She'll have 2 babies by then.
She'll have the baby by then. Well, yeah, they named one of them Shamik. Oh my god!
I want to see the jokes. I want to see the skits. You know what got a lot of skits recently? The Bam Adebayo 83 points thing. I didn't know how like this was going to be a gold mine for comedy. It was great.
Ma'am. So, well, I guess let me get your thoughts on the game. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the game? I just want to hear your thoughts on the game.
Congratulations, Bam, on this achievement. That's my thoughts.
Okay.
God.
Darius, what's your thoughts on Bam Adebayo's 83-point game?
I don't know, man. It's not Kobe. I don't know. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. It's not Kobe. It's still Kobe.
It's not even. My feelings aren't mixed. Like that first of all, it's not a record. It's not a record. The 81 was not a record. The 100-point Wilt Chamberlain game is the record. Kobe was second. Kobe was second, right? So it's not even a record to achieve. But if we're talking about like overcoming that game, it was meant to happen. Like that's what records are set for. You set that high mark so that somebody eventually can knock you off. I think what a lot of people, not just myself or Darius, I think what a lot of people kind of bemoan about it is how he got to 83. Like, would it have been that much of an or that less of an impressive of a game if it was at like 74? Because that's when he was at when they started fouling on purpose, up 30 points. That's when he ends up 7 for 22 from 3. When the other team is tanking. And you, up triple digits, are fouling the other team purposefully to get this man on the line. It's a gimmick. Yeah. It's a gimmick. Now, scoring 83 points, even if it ain't nobody on the court, is difficult. Okay, I'm not trying to say he didn't have a good game. He had 31 in the first quarter, but it was like it became a thing of like, no, we're going to get 81, regardless of whether or not you can actually get there under your own facilities. So I think that's where some of the underlying ick is coming from the game, because it was more gamesmanship than it was a great game. The 83 mark was.
I know with this one, hey brother, I'm gonna tell you this.
Yes, Jay.
Also, Kobe played a trash team. That game, the game score 81 was competitive to the fourth quarter. You don't have to listen to me. You can go listen to Charlie Villanueva, who was in the game at the time. It was a competitive game. Kobe shot, I think he shot 40 something free throws, but he made 28 of them. Like it wasn't 7 from 22 from 3. I know it wasn't that. And they
Yeah,
for sure as hell weren't fouling on purpose so he could stat pad.
Yeah,
But
Bam's
again,
not in the same. This is the only time Bam is in the same talking basketball points with Kobe. Isn't the 80-point talking point? So to even say what you just said about, you cannot have any other conversation involving Bam and Kobe in basketball outside of, hey, he scored 83 and Kobe scored 81. Not even the same sphere. Not even the same sphere.
I don't know, man. Next
he
time
had
I
a good
shoot something
game.
into the garbage bin, it's gonna be Bam.
It's not. It's not. It's not. But I mean, he had a great game though. Yeah, great game. I just wish he would have let it be that great game at like 68, 70 points, wherever he actually ended up competitively, and just
Okay.
not chased it, you know.
All right. Yeah. I got it. Cool. Are we done with Mario? So yeah, it's Illumination and Nintendo, but Nintendo is first before Plus Illumination. So I guess they have the bigger power when it comes to this. Salute to Illumination though. Like this is the collaboration that worked. I loved it the first time. I saw the trailer. I loved it. I'm gonna love it the second time too. Yeah,
Facto.
good kids movie. Like Shrek, Shrek's a kids movie, but the adults can watch it. Yeah. Well, now the adults were the kids, remember? So it's just multi-generational.
Yeah, I think children's movie audiences are changing because first of all, millennials, we're never growing up. We're not gonna grow up. So just get the fuck over it. So the things that are supposed to only be enjoyed by children, we still like. And so now you can count on a bit of an adult audience now. Now that we're in our 30s and we have kids, you can actually count some of that adult only audience into the children's projects, I think.
And not only that, I mean, films we grew up on, like Monsters Inc. is getting, they talk about Monsters Inc. 3, which it's not. It's Monsters Inc. 2. University.
How's it Monsters Inc. 3?
Yeah.
Monsters University was a prequel.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, but like, so Monsters Inc. though came out. I was in elementary when Monsters Inc. came out. Now we're talking about a sequel. Yeah, that's for us. That's just like The Incredibles.
Is Billy Crystal still alive? I know John Goodman is. Is Billy Crystal still alive?
I don't know.
I hope.
Yeah. I hope.
Isn't he the guy who goes to Clipper Games?
But there were people also complaining about,
yes,
does
it is.
Disney not have any original ideas? I guess they're just out of original ideas. I'm not mad about what they just said. I'm not mad about Coco 2 because I love Coco. I'm not mad about any of them that they just announced.
I'm mad we getting Coco before Encanto.
No, brother, Coco was better than Encanto.
The fuck it was.
Brother, Coco was better than
it was.
Encanto. Coco made me cry.
Bro, Encanto's soundtrack is top 5 Disney all time.
It is. It's great.
You can't convince me.
It's great, but so is Coco's got some really good songs in there. It's got some good
the songs just aren't that memorable. There may be good songs in there, but it does.
Which is crazy because
it's not. We don't talk about Bruno. You know what I mean?
It's not.
We don't talk about Bruno.
It's not that one. It's not that one.
I think I'm sick of we don't talk about Bruno. I feel like I've heard it too many times, or I've seen it too many clips of it, where like it's like over it. I don't know.
Never over it. And then we also, I mean, even if you were tired of we don't talk about Bruno, you got what about Maribel to open the thing up? It's classics all around in the movie, man. You can't miss
the classics. We all agree Lion King 1 is the best.
Sure. Did you see the guy? There was a guy on Godfrey's podcast, and he was trying to explain
translated it.
What it meant. But the composer came out and added some more context to it. Like I guess that was like a national song from where he was from, and there was more to it than just "Hey, look, it's a lion." So like That's just a good example to me of how somebody can say something funny and how you believe in everything that's coming out of their mouth. Because I was for sure about to go on the pod and be like, "Hey, y'all, listen, Lion King. The only thing that they were saying was, look, there's a lion." No, the composer came out and was like, "See, this is what happens when you let idiots tell your story. You know, to kind of get over your shit and just talk about it."
Oh, is he getting an L on Saturday? Is on Sunday? Is it going to be an L for that?
I don't know. I was going to give us an L for not knowing what it meant, but now I don't know. I have to figure out.
Man,
who's
we
gonna
don't
hold
speak.
this L.
Swahili.
It was Zulu. It was
Sorry.
Zulu.
My bad.
When I was younger, there's these twins used to say, you know that part where they're like, they would say, "Oh my God, I think I saw my father."
Is it Wembenyama? Is the words Wembin like Victor Wembanyama now?
I have no.
Wembanyama, Victor Wembanyama.
Hey, that's a collab right there. They need to do that for his next shoe deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I you know what? And again, this is probably another good point of watching things in clips. You should always go back and watch the real video before you start talking about it. Because the clip I seen, I didn't know who this man was. I thought he was dead ass serious. I thought he was for real.
I like Godfrey for more than just I know black, which I feel like, you know, that's what he's known for. But like he's really good for other things too, like the content he covers. I'm always like, I don't skip him.
He's a great impressionist, man. He is one of the goats.
The Jason Statham impression. Did you see that one?
It's uncanny, bro. He's really good. I put him up there with Caliendo, and I think Caliendo is one of the goats. Jay Farrell's pretty good too.
Jay Farrell doing Stephen A. Smith's funny. He can do The Rock also.
What's his name is really good too. What's his name? What is that brother's name? I'm trying to think of a special he did that is relatable, or that's what you would know. Fuck, I can't remember his name. He's the one that did that. The thing was like, oh, you go to a white kid's house.
Ari Spears.
Ari Spears.
Oh yeah.
He does Tony Soprano.
He does a decent Shaq.
Yeah, with the eye.
Yeah, he does.
But then he started shooting weird videos with kids, so I stopped following him.
Oh no.
Tiffany Haddish, right?
Yep.
Oh no.
I saw him making fun of British rappers. I ping butter pop pop put it up no.
That's definitely how they stop.
Next time we get Sebastian back, we have to ask him about that.
Hey, I know some tough people in the UK, man, for real. That do me dirty. I know it is for a fact. But it's really hard sometimes. You know, you hear it. It's just, what you gonna do, huh? Big fuck boop.
Oh, that shit is funny.
No, but they say because they don't have firearms there, or they do, but they don't really have them. That it takes more guts because you got to get down and personal.
You gotta
to
get
stab
close,
some.
yeah. You gotta get close. Seen this video of this dude running from somebody trying to hop in a taxi, and they got through them windows with these big ass knives. I was like, oh,
You
y'all
talking
playing
about-
swords for real. Y'all doing nights.
The light skinned
Y'all-
dude.
Yeah, he
Light-skinned
was like, hey,
dude.
drive. He was trying to tell
The dude wasn't driving.
Yeah, he just sit there. I'm like, man, you gonna let this man get stabbed up in your backseat?
He's getting fucked up. They was trying to kill that man.
Oh, I don't have that on my algorithm. Wow, this is
Yeah, it's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, that one was crazy.
Where are we going to next? Now, let's do Star Wars. I knew Bam Adebayo was gonna come up. I knew I was gonna bring it up too. But let's go to Star Wars. Grogu won't speak. Why? What do you mean?
Yeah,
But
so
didn't we already hear him speak in the teaser?
no, we didn't hear him say anything.
You didn't say "Let's go" or something like that.
Yeah, I think you dreamed that one, Marcus.
that was like
Did
one
I?
of the
My
Babu
bad.
Frick people. That was like one of those little returning characters from the sequel trilogy, Babu Frick, that people really love. So Kathleen Kennedy said, another perfect example of a character that has to emote and you have to feel connected to and has never speaks a word. She, Kathleen Kennedy, confirmed that despite Yoda's off quotes and broken English, Grogu will not gain the power of speech in the new film. So, I'm either going to watch this on my site or I'm going to just walk in because I'm not paying for this.
Yeah, that was a really big deal to you. You always bring this up when we talk about it. And Kathleen Kennedy's like, I watch their streams. Hold on, guys. He's not gonna speak. Try making money now. Like,
But
why would she say something like that?
Before she even said that quote, she said nope. Then she went into the quote.
I don't get it, man. I really don't. Like, even from a Kathleen Kennedy perspective, and you already know how I feel about Kathleen Kennedy, but like, walk me through the logic of suspending the age of the character. Let's say we're being generous, and you were able to get a 10-year-old. You were able to get a 10-year-old to watch the first season of Mandalorian, and he sees Grogu, who's basically an infant that needs to be lugged around and constantly protected and whatever, right? And so now, the first Mando movie, that child will be what, 17 now? 17 going on 18? Hey, do you think they want to see the same baby character? Like, you think that audience that you've been trying to maintain and grow this entire time, it wants to see Grogu in the same spot he started in? I don't see the logic in that. The only thing that makes sense from that is that this version of that character is the only guaranteed merchandise that we got, and if we move him from that age and it doesn't sell, we're shot.
It reminds me of how Spider-Man comic books, he's stagnated. He can't be rich. He can't marry MJ. He can't do any. Aunt May has to still be alive. He's just stuck there. It feels like that with Grogu. But also, this is Kathleen Kennedy, who is a producer on the movie, for sure. Producer. She knows she's in the know for some of the prior stuff before she left. But they could change it. And I'm interested in seeing Filoni's reaction. I feel since he took over, every time there was a Star Wars story, there was something in the press that like came from Lucasfilm or his spokesperson. And so what will they do in response to this item? When did we find out Kathleen Kennedy said this?
She said this yesterday or the day before.
So it's already been a day. Okay, maybe Dave Filoni won't do something then as a response to this.
Well,
but if he does,
no, go ahead.
No, if he does do a response to this, I'm gonna like give him points for that because it feels like he's excelling at the communication part, the fan interacting part.
The only thing Dave said, and this wasn't in a response to anything that she said. I was trying to find the quote quickly. But basically, he basically said we're in a new era. We're in a completely different era of Star Wars now. Lucasfilm boss Dave Filoni says The Mandalorian and Grogu doesn't carry the burden. Episode, what is this, 10? I'm not good with Roman numerals. V and 2 ones. What is that? 10, 9? No.
9, 10? I don't know.
However many fucking movies there are.
What episode? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It would have to be 10. It got to be 10. 3 trilogies.
Are there 10 movies? No, it's 9. Is that 9? 9.
What am I missing? You got original
3 trilogies, solo Star Wars story, Rogue One Star Wars story. But then
those are episodes. Those count?
No, they're not episodes. So it's just 9.
Okay.
So he says. I had a dream of episode Oh, this is 6. I had a dream of episode 6 since I came out of Return. Oh no, okay, this is not episode 6. Maybe I don't know what that is. I had a dream of episode whatever V21s is. Any Roman numeral experts in the chat help us? Since I came.
7, V is 5 because X is 10, V is 5 plus 2 ones. That's 7. Episode 7.
Okay, so he said episode 7 was a completely different entity. I had dreams of episode 7 since I came out of Return of the Jedi. Yeah, I guess that would make sense in context there. You were like, after 6 comes 7, where 7. We're in a completely different era of Star Wars now. As such, The Mandalorian and Grogu is free to be simply a big celebration of the two main characters rather than have to contend with introducing a new trilogy of Star Wars movies. Star Wars Starfighter, from the sounds of things, will enjoy similar freedoms when it comes out next year. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Which one are you more worried about? Are you more worried about them handing off some prodigy son to Rey? Or are you more afraid of how bad Mandu Grogu could bomb?
Grogu, because I already don't care about Rey the character and everything in that world, in that time period. So Grogu, I actually love, that's it.
I can honestly tell you, I don't give a damn about either. I'm serious, because where I once cared about Grogu, why as a consumer am I even supposed to care about Grogu anymore? I don't even understand the point of the character anymore. So I don't even care what's going on in this movie. I don't care what's going on with Grogu, and I damn sure if he's dropping this kid off to Rey, don't care what's going on in Starfighter at all. And then I had a feeling too. Did you see the picture they released of Rhoda? CGI is terrible. I'm telling you, that's why they haven't showed a full look at this. That's why they haven't showed a full moving thing of him, because they're like,
Disney really needs to be studied, man. Like how they could spend so much money on something and it sucks so bad. It has to be.
You saw the movie, Marcus?
No. I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the quality of character. I'm talking about how they could produce things like Quantum Mania and MODOK in Quantum Mania. How you could spend that much money and have it turn out looking like that. That's what I mean. I don't mean the entire thing is a failure. Obviously, we haven't seen it. But how you can put out such subpar content when that much money and resources going into it.
oops. I'm trying to
Try it again. There you go.
So looks fine as far as like that's what Rhoda looks like, but as far as like the CGI for that, then this
I guess you'd have to see it moving. I mean, it looks fine as like a picture, but you guys see it moving a little bit.
Yeah. Jeremy Allen is playing Rhoda, so it's not like it's just some one-off character. They actually went and got a celebrity that's doing big things, because he is the bear, right? In that successful series, The Bear. So yeah. So he's not just gonna be, hey, I'm Rhoda, I'm fighting in this scene, I'll see you later. No, he's gonna be in a lot of the movie with Mando and Grogu.
Don't
you want them to call him
speaker? Go ahead.
Would you like for the word stinky to be called in this? Because that's only Ahsoka's nickname now. Now that I think of it, no one would know that name. Never mind. Go ahead, Marcus.
I just want to ask: don't the Hutts speak like their own language?
Huttese.
So then, like, is that what Jeremy Allen White gonna be doing, or are you gonna be speaking English?
Yeah, that Joe. That's what it's called. I don't know. I guess he maybe. They do speak Huttese to one another, but there are some that can speak. I think they all know English, but they don't all speak it. Like Jabba doesn't speak it, but his mom does, and so does Zero. And Rhoda speaks English.
Okay.
But there's other huts on the other like hut council that don't speak English.
In Book of Boba Fett, those 2 huts spoke the language.
The language. Yep.
It's the twins. They're in this movie.
So it's gonna be the first hut that we see speaking English for real.
Yeah, he'll speak English.
Wow, the first speaking basic.
Right.
Happy Hut History Month.
Yeah, man. Look, I hope it makes around like 450 million. That way it justifies doing Dave's crescendo. I hope it just crosses the threshold of whatever the watermark is that they say they counted as a success. I hope it gets there so we can go on to greener pastures, because it just didn't seem like hey, we're here. This is a different Lucasfilm. This is how we're coming now. It doesn't feel like that's coming in this film. And they haven't really promoted it as such either, so I'm not mad at it. It just doesn't feel like it's going to be this film.
You mean they haven't really promoted it? Period.
Well, that too. Well, they did the Super Bowl thing. Remember the Clydesdale commercial?
True.
I guess they thought that was successful. But yeah, no, I mean they're definitely not behind it. Like, hey, this is the one.
We're really 2 months away from a Star Wars movie. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it.
Of course not. I'm more excited for Shadow Lords next month. I think it's next month.
Oh, they're making a Spaceballs movie, right? We covered that. So some of the jokes or whatever happens in this movie that is significant will be referenced in that comedy.
I thought they were filming that already.
No, they're done filming it? Okay. Maybe
Well, I don't know if they're done. I thought they were filming. I could be wrong.
I would maybe redub in some lines. A character who wears a helmet, he could definitely just say something funny.
Yeah, at one point I was looking forward to it. At one point, but like I said, this thing, I just don't even understand the point of Grogu anymore. Like, we went from like this whole connecting it back to the Palpatine Kaminoans and the cloning process and trying to abstract the blood of Force-sensitive children, and now he's just off with
Just
Mando
fucking
doing
around.
some shit. It's
Just fucking around. And you know what? Even more than that, Darius, I feel like if this is what they offered up for season 4, would we have been satisfied? Like if this was season 4 Mando, and instead of the movie coming out this year, we were just getting 6 episodes of this, would we have been? Would we have enjoyed it?
I think we would have been more pissed because it would have been a long, drawn out 6 weeks.
We had been talking about it week after week after week.
Yeah, I'd have been like, I'm telling you, in this next episode, if they don't do some shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even feel like this is exciting for the show. It feels like what they've already been doing for the first 3 seasons, and so it's really not showing much character growth. I'm also, obviously not excited about Pedro popping his Vascar helmet off again, even if it's forced. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it makes just enough money, and then we don't have to talk about it anymore.
They said that they're very happy with Starfighter, though. With the people that have seen it, they've said about
the only thing that can mess Starfighter up is if they're liars. Okay, you said that there were no legacy characters, and that it stands alone as its own project. Rey being there to pick the kid up at the end of the movie is a bold-faced ass lie to all of that. So as long as they didn't lie, it should be an enjoyable movie that they can make some money off of.
Yeah, we will see. We will see.
Yeah, like Dune with Timothée Chalamet.
No, Timothy.
Timothée, come on down to Timothée Chalamet.
Well, recently, Andrea Bocelli. You guys ever heard of that? If the name doesn't sound familiar, you heard his voice, okay? He says he hopes Timothée learns opera, ballet, draw from the same source of emotions as acting.
Dude,
So
they've
lately,
been so in their panties about this. They've been so
They
mad.
really.
They've
they
been
have-
so mad about this. Actually, did you know that you wouldn't even be an actor if it wasn't for ballet or theater? Like, okay, yes, we get it. We
But
understand.
Yo,
I also feel
jumped-
like this has just been a. Oh, sorry, go, Joe.
it's that I jumped the gun because there was a super related to Star Wars, and so I should have played that. Sorry for jumping and forgetting you. Sit on your Timothée Chalamet thoughts, everybody.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Is that the Savannah Bananas?
Yeah, have you seen them?
In person. They came here.
To do what? To play?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they played. What's the name of the team that we have here? That's like a MLB team here.
No, it would have been a.
Why
like
do
a
we keep doing
minor
that?
league
We have a
team.
hockey team. We have an MLB team.
They just use their stadium. They didn't play them.
Oh yeah,
They
played a
used their
AAA.
stadium. But
Who's in Oklahoma for y'all?
You guys don't have an NHL or MLB team.
I'm
I was about to
telling
say,
you,
I don't think y'all have a baseball team.
hold on, I'm telling you, they do. Hold on.
They're called the Okie Dokies. What are they? $10 super chat. Be the wizard. He says, Grogu not speaking is a bad business move. But you know what is a good business move? Super chatting. We love the support. Thank you very much.
What is MILB?
It's not MLB. So it's the men's inning league baseball.
It's not MLB.
Well, that's what they are. They're the off-brand MLB.
John,
Great.
we don't know. We have no earthly clue. And the fact that we were this far down the line and we haven't even touched it is an embarrassment to all involved.
We do not co-sign that. Me and Darius do not co-sign that. I like the mystery of the species.
You don't agree with me, Darius? The
I
fact that
actually
we
think-
haven't even touched Grogu's species, Yoda's species, presumably.
I think
isn't
with
a
the way
travesty.
with the way they set all this stuff up with Grogu, it is very weird that we don't know, because they set it up as if we were supposed to be discovering something about the, like, bro, I don't know, it's weird. I don't even care though anymore. Like, do what you want to do with him.
It's like nobody even asked. Nobody's even like, hey, you kind of look like, I wonder, where are you from? Nobody.
Ahsoka was the only one.
Ahsoka. Okay, there you go. I forgot about Ahsoka.
Ahsoka was the only one. Luke might have. I don't remember. I don't think Luke did, actually. But maybe he did.
More Boba Fett nonsense.
Yeah.
He's sitting up there looking at you, and you look like the person who trained him. He never asked you, hey, little buddy, do you know where you're from? Nothing?
I'm telling you, they're still drawing on that cute stuff. Like, that's why in the trailers, that's all he's doing is accidental stuff or doing stuff while the adults are talking, and like it's
Eating shit
Yeah.
that he's not supposed to. I'm not gonna laugh at that joke. I'm not gonna do it. You
Like I said, it was
run it
cute
into the
in the-
ground.
yeah, it was cute in 2019. It is no longer cute.
They have
It's
run
like-
that shit into the ground. Cut the Grogu.
Yeah.
Let's go to another super chat.
This is a big rich town. Yeah, I just come from the poet's palm.
I am coming. I am going to destroy you. It is over.
Hey, you still think that Brock Lesnar match might not happen? I think we're getting a Brock Lesnar versus Oba family.
I think at this point we've kind of run out of options, and seeing that Lesnar did his open challenge, which is that a thing? You just have you just decide that you just gonna have your own match at
Yes.
WrestleMania. Okay.
When you tattoo the katana on your chest, that's what you get.
Okay, well, yeah, I think it's likely at this point because they ain't got nothing else.
$5 super chat. Grogu's storyline never made sense. You can't clone Force abilities. If you cloned Anakin, his clone would not have his midichlorian count. Dumb stuff. I think the same way too. 'Cause that's some legend stuff. I agree with you, Two Fly.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's cloning in the legends, but I mean, Luke is not Luke, but they're similar.
Luke with 2 U's.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in the Empire storyline.
I heard maybe Star Wars obsession, but I heard somebody mention that. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the supers. We jump forward now to Timothée Chalamet because Andrea Bocelli says this. He says, Andrea Bocelli is ready and willing to help open Timothée Chalamet's mind when it comes to his opinions on opera. The legendary Italian opera singer, 67, tells People exclusively that he was surprised to hear fellow artist Chalamet make an offhanded dig at both opera and ballet. I believe we often tend to keep our distance from what we have not yet truly encountered. Opera and ballet are art forms that have crossed centuries and continues to speak to the human heart because they answer a deep need for beauty, truth, and emotion. They are not arts of the past, but living languages that can still move us, make us reflect, and bring different generations together. Timothy.
You know why I hate people's posture about this, about Timothée saying that ballet is boring? Because ballet, it's not American football. It's not basketball. It's not baseball. It's not hockey. It's you know what it is? It's fucking Quidditch. It's cricket. It's water polo. It is a very expensive trade that you can pick up from a young age. But if you don't, it's just an expensive hobby. It's not affordable for your audience to engage with it. It's sold for exorbitant prices when you go see those big theater shows and stuff like that. It is a quote unquote an elitist type of venture. It's something that rich people send their kids to do. Not all the time, right? You find some people in the inner city who is able to find their way in ballet and things of that nature. But by and large, it's kind of like almost like tennis, right? It is for those who can afford the thousands of hours of training and practice that it takes to be successful at that stuff. So it's inherently closed off. It is not like, hey y'all, we all going to the ballet tonight. That's not how you market your product. That's not how you introduce it to people. Actually, it's pretty closed door. So to think that the masses don't see it the way that you see it at the same time that you're like heavily gatekeeping it, it's a little naked. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you can't have your cake and eat it too. Can't have your special thing over here that you only let a select few into and then be mad when nobody's paying attention to it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also think that, people have been itching and waiting on a reason to go at Timothée Chalamet. I don't remember, it was his comments not too long ago, was his comments about Marty Supreme, which never seen the movie, don't plan to see the movie. I like Timothée Chalamet, but that's not a project of his I plan to see. But I don't remember what the comments were. It was comments like saying something like, this is one, he was really tuned in, dialed in. This is going to be one of his, he thinks that this is the thing that gets him, I don't think he said gets him an Oscar, but he said this is one of his best performances ever. Blah, 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 blah. I think people really ran with that and were calling him this, and that, and saying like, oh, he's peaked and he's cooked and he's done. And all this kind of stuff. I'm like, what did Timothée Chalamet do from Dune 2 when everybody was saying, oh, he is the least guy or whatever the fuck it is, calling him that to now? I'm like, damn, is it? And I thought that Jenner Kardashian curse might be a real thing. That might be.
It's like you gotta leave them folks alone.
I mean, look, he's been with her now. He got all this downward spiraling shit with his career. They talking about he might even win the Oscar.
Well, I don't count not winning an Oscar as a downward spiral of your career.
No,
I think
no.
I think Timothy's doing okay. I think he's doing
Oh,
all right.
I've always said, and I'm going to continue to say, I like Timothy Chalamet. I don't give a fuck what everybody's saying about him. I like Timothy Chalamet. I think he's going to go down in history as one of the greatest actors of our generation. I think Timothy Chalamet is great. I really do. Now, I'm not going to see Marty Supreme.
At least not in the theaters. Yeah, no, not in the
Yeah,
theater.
no. Maybe not even at home. I don't know if I watch.
Hey, all of the like artsy fartsy movies, like the stuff that's going to get all the praise during award season, I never pay for that shit. Like I'll catch it on the streaming service, and some of it's good. You know, you catch you a good one every now and again. But yeah, no, I'm not sitting down for 2.5 hours of talking, especially when the talking is not particularly interesting. You know.
Yeah.
It's just amazing though, the like media. You know how sometimes people campaign for Oscars? I like who's campaigning against Timothy Chalamet right now? Like this is so manufactured to take a clip when he was 19 years old, or from 2019 rather, and just go,
That's
look,
from
guys.
But also, who gives a shit? Like who cares, bro? Like who's up here caping for ballet like that?
I don't know, but he was joking on ballet. He insulted
that's a
ballet
different
and
clip.
opera.
That's a different clip.
Is it? Okay, well, that's where the internet took me. My bad.
Really? Okay, so the clip is where he was. I don't know where he was, but he was sitting with Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey, hi.
And you can, and Matthew McConaughey's face kind of was looking like, oh.
Huh.
Hey man, you maybe don't want to say that.
Yeah.
He's a New York kid. He watched wrestling. Timothy Chalamet doesn't care.
Yeah, I like Timothy Chalamet, man. I watched his thing with Drewski. Shit was hilarious. They were doing those auditions. You know how Drewski does those auditions. I don't know if anybody keeps it. Do y'all watch Could Have Been Love? With
No.
Drewski?
No,
That shit is
fuck no.
stupid.
Hell no.
Stupid. I don't know.
Nonsense.
I can't tell if it's real or scripted. I can't tell, but it's stupid. It is dumb.
It's reality TV, so yes.
It's hilarious.
The answer is yes.
But it, you know, for sure, like none of them are there for Drewski like that. I mean, you got lesbians on there. Talking about, oh, I'm here for Drewski.
I'm here for Drewski.
Doing. But the fights be real. The fights be real. They be getting down. They be getting down.
No, it's real and it's scripted. They really go in there and tell them, hey, so-and-so said something about you. And then they end up in fight. They really introduce people's exes into the situation and make them fight. It's real and it's scripted.
It's crazy. I'm just like, for Drewski? Yeah, he got some girl on there that's like She-Hulk. Like could play She-Hulk. Like she is like 7'8". Like she's huge. She is, and the cameraman be doing her so bad on her personal interviews. They only ever film her right here, so she's like developed.
That's like, what is that Rob Schneider movie? Ah, shit. Bigelow, Deuce Bigelow, and he ends up taking out the tall chick, and he only see like bottom of her hair and her stomach. I won't repeat Eddie Griffin's line when he saw her, but it was hilarious. Definitely a classic.
If Dune gets pushed out of its IMAX window for Doomsday, Darius might be
Not
onto
gonna
something.
happen. Not gonna happen.
You talking about the Kardashian curse?
Yeah, not gonna happen.
The streets are saying, which I don't believe at all, but the streets are saying she's pregnant.
Yeah, don't do that now. Ain't nobody tell you to do that. Like, go have your fun now. You don't want to get into the family now.
If that's true, then they are literally collecting like
Infinity Stones.
Yeah, they are. Like, there's no way. I didn't even know they've been together for 3 years.
I'm very disappointed in that. Like that family is going to be part of our media forever.
Forever.
I'm- the Kardashians expired. Now it's the Jenners. Next is who's next?
You think that might be the point? Jill, you think that might be the whole aim is to make sure that they're part of the American elite indefinitely?
Yeah, it's intentional for sure. Yeah. All the theories. I will not be shamed into
Targaryen
believing in
blood.
these theories.
Targaryen blood.
You
always
don't
has
have to
it.
believe. I mean, it's fairly evident. I don't think any of them married below the
No.
standard. Quote
The
unquote.
only-
It's
The only one that seems to have married for love, and it's not below the standard, but I guess you could say for love, is the oldest that really doesn't have anything to do with
Courtney?
the show anymore. Courtney.
married to famous drummer
Yeah,
Travis
like
Barker.
I said, still very famous person. Still very famous person.
like that's the most normal they can get is a drummer. You know what I mean?
But they got what? Who was she with before? What's his name?
Scott Disick, who's
Scott.
also insanely wealthy.
Very,
Yeah,
yes,
very
also-
wealthy.
Also, but those are the plainest Janus kids out of all of the grandkids that have been produced.
How old are those kids now? Because
Yeah.
like now's their time for having fun in the sun now.
Actually, she's got the oldest, I think.
Yeah,
but
so that
what's the
oldest, that's gonna start the new generation of Kardashians now.
I know, Kanye. It's gonna start with Kanye and them.
It already started.
Northwest,
With Northwest.
little Northwest.
She produced
gonna
a
be
song
something to
for,
handle,
for
boy.
Lil
She's
Wayne's
going to be-
son.
I'm afraid to see her step outside. I really am. Having her father's temperament and the guidance of the Kardashians, I am terrified to see
What
that
can
little
go
girl
wrong?
outside for sure. Oh my god.
Oh shit, that's funny. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. She's gonna make sure Timothy puts a baby in her by Dune 4 or Dune 3. By the end of Dune 3, she's Lizzie Gottlieb. Yeah, she's
Watch out, Uso. She trying to take it from you. She trying to get you.
Here,
she's
let's
black
play a
and
Kanye.
noble.
Let's do Kanye West for the super chat that came in in honor of Northwest and the Kardashian tribe. I'm too fly. How much is gas in Canada? Chill. It's getting
Is
bad.
it getting bad? Is it?
Oh, can I tell you what you guys didn't think you would? Okay. When Hurricane Katrina happened, 06, our gas prices went above $1. Our gas prices just it just skyrocketed. Never came back down. They never got back to normal the way that we needed them to be. It was like, oh, we can get away with charging this much. Fine, we did it. And then the last Prime Minister Trudeau, he was like, okay, well, there's going to be a carbon tax, okay? And that's basically every good that comes on a truck from Mexico or even the United States costs more now because of the carbon tax. Yeah, gas is nuts in Canada.
Does Trudeau still live there? He's having twins.
Yeah, he got a Kardashian now, didn't he? He got Katy Perry.
He's having he's having
Trudeau
twins.
got Katy Perry pregnant?
Yeah, they're together now.
Katy Perry.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, he left office and said,
I'm living life, baby.
whatever the song is.
California girls.
Yeah, no, gas is ridiculous, and it's just going to continue to get worse. I don't know I know on those, it's like California, it's like $8-7. Here, it's not $8-7, but it's $3.84. We're pushing $4.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're pushing $4.
I seen $3.49 today, and I was shocked. So I think Ohio tends to run behind the curve a little bit in terms of gas prices. So a little bit fortunate there. But yeah, even $3.50 is different than the $2.89 I was paying just 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's to the point where I really am about to get on one of these little electric scooters around town.
Yeah, buy a bicycle, right?
I'm about to buy me a bike.
You could still do
Because it don't
DoorDash.
seem like it's going to end anytime soon. You got one side
can.
claiming that it's already won, and then the other side is entrenched.
Man,
So
I would dash on a bike, but next to somewhere where there's like a high rise, so you know that people are ordering from restaurant A to high rise B, and a little 5 minute cycle, something like that.
man, I'll tell you what, it's about to be hot summer. It's about to reach triple digits. It's gonna get real hot outside. It's already hot. Like, nah, bro.
first of all, I am too fly cam. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. I would
Yeah,
want to be where the gas is cheap, but maybe you got it. You daddy Warbucks over there. Yeah, gas ain't nothing to you.
you
Gas
gotta
cheaper.
download the app Gas Buddy. Download
Oh,
the app Gas Buddy.
What does it do?
Gas Buddy tells you where the cheapest gas is in your area. So you can pull that app up and it'll take you to
So
the
if you
cheapest.
fill up, like you could actually save a considerable amount of money if you're filling up.
It saves, well, I'm not gonna say I'm saving money now, but it has helped. It's right now, you can download it, but right now it's even high on there. So
Ours is $150 per liter, and I don't know what that converts to in American math, but
wait a
that's the
minute,
answer.
what? $1.50.
$1.50 per liter, like our dollar, not your guys' dollar. Which is our dollar is like 70 cents American, I think.
Interesting.
Right. Efferon get on a skateboard. You guys hear about Janet and Jermaine having a feud after a screening for Michael?
I did hear about that.
Very.
Apparently,
Go ahead.
Janet. Yeah, what I heard was that Janet was very picky about some things in the movie, about the acting, about some of the characters' walks and stuff like that. And then obviously Jermaine, his son Jafar, is who's playing Michael in the movie. So like I think if anybody in here been to enough family barbecues or enough family reunions or just family gatherings in general, y'all be around each other long enough, an argument gonna spark up somewhere. I don't think I'm not mad at Janet for having critiques because obviously that's her brother and she's gonna have things to say if they pop into her head. And then I'm not mad at Jermaine either because hey mofo, that's my son. So hold your critiques after maybe we get out of this theater or whatever, But I don't think it's anything serious, regular family drama. It makes me want to see the movie even more now.
My thing with it, because I saw the headline from TMZ that said it stemmed from jealousy, and I'm like, okay, well, where did you get that from? Who told you that? Well, what's yeah, that stuff like that. What bias party did you get that from? I think a lot of this is strategic. I don't know that there was a problem with Michael, or I'm sorry, with Jermaine and Janet for real. I don't know that for sure. There are people out there saying yes. There are people out there saying no. I did see what Network just said. I did see where their nephew did debunk that and said that it was a lie.
What else would he say though? Like, what else would you expect him to say?
Granted, yeah, that could be some PR control and all that kind of stuff. But I think a lot of this is strategic because just last week, 2 weeks ago, now Michael Jackson is being sued for sex trafficking. The estate is being sued for sex trafficking. This is pretty close to the film's release. You've got that talk. You got that being a talking point on YouTube with videos popping up from law
recently. A new lawsuit.
A new lawsuit. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's anyway. So that one, and then you got now this drama between the family amongst the film and dot. I feel like there's a lot of forces that are trying to deter from the success that that is going to be the for sure success that's going to come from this film. I think what people just need to focus on, because I don't know for sure that they got into it. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. I damn that sex trafficking shit because we're going on this. There were extensive investigations. You're talking about new evidence that the FBI didn't find. Come on, stop it. So
now they're saying trafficking, like not just assault, like he was doing, he was selling them to people. Come on, man, stop playing.
Stop playing. Stop playing. So it's like, we're doing it's a lot of weird strategic shit going on mere weeks before the film comes out.
If the Jermaine and Janet are fighting each other, so the news story goes, it's probably for promotion. I'd hope that they know better than to have a public feud or spat or whatever it was, which I have no idea what it was. So
First of all, they are the Jacksons. They tear it up anywhere and just walk the fuck off. I think they are definitely show business royalty. But it could. I think it works either way. Like, this doesn't deter me from wanting to see the movie, to know that they're even if it's true that they're like gabbing at each other about how the movie was presented. That makes it that much more intriguing as to what was in that film that even made them get there.
yeah,
Like, there's nothing that's going to stop the Mo from this film. So I'm just ready for it to hit.
The tickets are on sale. I did not get because Regal. I don't think they're on sale with Regal yet. Which I don't have to go to Regal. I can go to AMC. I just prefer my Regal, but I can go to AMC. Actually, I'll tell you what. I just saw. I think I said this. I saw Avatar 3. I want my money back. If we're doing 3, it was good. It was good. But if we're doing that 3 more times, brother, what? Yeah, I could have saw that at home. And I saw that in the Regal Theater. My seat didn't recline. It wasn't heated. It was freezing in there. At AMC, your seat reclines. You get, heated seats. It's more comfortable. So I might go see Michael in a more comfortable setting at AMC. Because if the tickets are on sale there already, then I would like to get mine. Have you guys seen the popcorn bucket?
Mm-mm. For Michael?
For Michael.
Mm-mm.
Let me show you. How do I share? Is it already on my? No, yeah. It's the one down there at the hat and the go down, right there to the far left.
Ah, right over here.
Yeah.
That's dope. So wait, does the hat open? Hold on.
The hat, it's the bottom.
Oh, it turns over. That's gonna be
Yeah.
a nightmare to hold.
Yeah, it's the bottom, and then you get China debuted this because they're Michael fanatics. So that's the new trailer is really good too.
I gotta say something about these promotional cups and the popcorn boxes. They're always like very creative and plays into the narrative, to the film and stuff, like plays into the aesthetic. I hate that this shit is gonna cost you so much money and you get so little in it. Like, that's a medium at best. At best, that's a medium drink, and then the popcorn is probably a small.
And it's not refillable. Neither one of them.
It's ridiculous, bro. At least give me a large portion. I'm paying $60, $70, maybe even $80 for some shit like this.
I never buy
that shit to the brim.
Yeah, I agree. You better fill it to the brim. I never buy these. This one I'm going to get just strictly because it's Michael. The one for Fantastic Four, Galactus, I was gonna get it, but like you said, it barely held popcorn, and it was $80
fucking popcorn. It's the most expensive popcorn you ever buy in your life.
It's crazy. I did just see a new hack for the pot that I cannot wait to use at the movie theater. Go to a dollar store, whatever, preferably a dollar store, whatever store. Get you a little bottle, little spray bottles, clear, empty, non-used. Take it in there, fill that up with butter. So as you're eating, you can spray the popcorn with more butter. I said, say less.
Uh-huh.
You ain't said nothing but a word. I'm definitely gonna do that. So I can't wait to use that at the movies.
Yeah, we got to bring that to Toronto. We got to bring your Oklahoma advancements to our neck of the woods here.
You do. I'm telling you, for all you that don't know my hacks, keep your popcorn bucket. I have mine from Avatar. I will be using it for this next film, and I'm just going to be my free refill.
Hey, Darius be taking the torn and tattered ass popcorn bucket from the last visit. And be like, yeah, can I get my refill? Sir, we watched you walk in with that.
Yeah, man. Keep your cup
The
too.
box says 1 free refill. Hey, a Cinemark. Where were we at when they did this to us? I think I was in Cincinnati, and they have an extra large bucket at Cinemark now, or at least at that one they had an extra large bucket. The larges are no longer refillable. Yeah, you got to get the extra large. You got to get the $20 bucket of popcorn to get a free
We had that here
refill.
too. Yeah, the biggest popcorn. That's the one you can refill. Whether it's
Yeah.
large or XL, I don't remember.
That's I didn't even know. See, Regal doesn't have an XL. I don't think
Nah,
AMC
I think
does.
it's just the Cinemark. They put a size above the size.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We don't have a Cinemark. The closest Cinemark is Texas. They got them everywhere. Everywhere.
I bring in food, Lawrence. Long as you clean up, dog, you good. As long as you clean up.
If
after
the
you.
movie is 3 hours long, like Avatar, yeah, sure, extra large with a refill. But
Yeah.
when I think Avatar, I don't think about the blue people at all. I think initially of the Nickelodeon show. The Avatar movie director spoke up recently. I will read the words. This is the director. Aang movie is officially wrapped. We screened the final film for the crew and celebrated the end of a 4-year journey. Now it waits in limbo until it's released in October. I've never worked on an Avatar project that was easy, and this was no different. But it was worth it. I'm so proud of everyone who was part of this and the amazing thing we built together. The movie is amazing. That might not mean much coming from the director. I may have some bias, but I feel the need to put that out there. The recent decision to move us from theatrical to streaming might give the impression that the quality wasn't sufficient, but that couldn't be further from the truth. This movie deserves to be seen on a big screen. Can't wait for you all to see it. Also, I'm terrible at taking pictures, but I managed to remember to take a few of the course of the night. How do we all feel about what she had to say right there? She chimed in on that this was originally not meant for streaming. It was supposed to go to theatrical, and then she even says that has nothing to do with the quality, that it wasn't sufficient, and it deserves to be on the big screen. Is she still campaigning for it to go to the big screen? Because that's your new bosses. They just came in. You don't know Paramount. They don't know you. This is not how you make friends. You want sequels, right? You want more. This is pretty brave of her.
I mean, I would have went harder. I would have went harder. But I get that. She wants it on the screen. The big screen. She wants it on the silver screen. Wants it in theaters. And if this is the best way that she can see forward to, grabbing somebody's ear, convincing them that it's worth, it's worth pursuing, then good on her. This is one of 2 projects at Paramount. I can't really understand why they were adjusted, right? It's either this one taking Avatar Airbender out of the theater and putting it on straight to streaming, and then pivoting away from focusing on the Last Ronin project and trying to make a Sonic like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action iteration instead of focusing on the Last Ronin. For a studio that has lost so much money already, on the back of their large acquisition, you would think that a different vision going forward is something that they will look forward to. What is different about having Avatar on Paramount Plus? Even if it's a movie, like what is to gain in terms of audience or in terms of growing that IP from putting yet another streamable product out? And then same thing for Teenage Mutant Turtles. How many live action Teenage Mutant Turtle movies have we seen? How many times has Paramount with different regimes produced that for us? Okay. And so now you come in and you're like, oh, I got it. I cracked the code. We're not going to do an adult Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, one that's gritty, one that's a little bit gory and bloody. No. We're going to do the same thing that everybody who's ever had this IP has done with it. Talk about reinventing the wheel. So it's like it feels stuck. It feels like they are comfortable with the status quo, and there really isn't much vision into what they could do differently. It's like, well, this makes money, so let's just go ahead and we'll push it out. We'll push it out. Assembly line type of stuff.
Yeah. I would be just as upset. She, like I said, or like Lawrence and Marcus were saying there, she should go. She should have went harder. She could go harder. Maybe there's something stopping her from going harder, but yeah, this should be on the big screen. This is what they said it was going to be on the big screen. That we all know it was, announced a while back that it wasn't going to be. I don't know why, maybe Paramount, maybe they'll see with the numbers. I think this is still going to get the viewership numbers that they're wanting it, that maybe the director's wanting it to give it. Maybe once Paramount, the new owners, not the new owners of Paramount, but the Ellisons or whoever, see how good this is doing or does, they'll understand that this is one of your biggest IPs you've got over there. And I would say it's up there with your Last of Us, and now that they have acquired the HBO, Last of Us, Game of Thrones, all that stuff. This is a very, very big IP, and it got bigger and even more attention in 2020 when we're all stuck in our houses when it got put on Netflix, and there were so many people watching it that had never even seen it. And then, of course,
Even John
Netflix
Campea.
show. Yeah, even John Campea, and then of course the Netflix show, which I didn't like. But this should be a film on the big screen and not on streaming. But it's going to be on streaming. So hopefully, once they see how good it does, the next few, because they're still supposed to be getting that Zuko film and some others, maybe might go to the big screen. But this was the one that should have gone to the big screen. I don't know how a Zuko film. I don't know how a Zuko film, solo film like that does, juxtaposed to the entire gang.
I'd rather see an adult Zuko film than an adult Korra film.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nobody even thinking about Korra, man.
I hope they do something with Korra in the adult space before we see whoever that third Avatar series is going to be about, the twins or whatever they are. Yeah, let's just build the world a little more.
Yeah, let's do that too. I feel like we have known about this Avatar Studios for quite some time, and there's just been little to no announcement from them on what they're doing or what they've got planned. We know that the next series is going to involve. That's the twins, the Earthbender twins, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's really about it. Outside of like maybe the Zuko film, and I think they're doing something with another Avatar. So yeah,
this movie is going to be so great. Everyone's going to be mad it wasn't in the theaters. It's going to be like, okay, we need more of Aang. We're not ready to just move on with all these other avatars. Aang and Katara and Zuko and all them. She's the Rey of ATLA. No, she's not. I love Korra. I don't like Rey.
Korra actually struggled. Like Korra actually took losses.
Heavy losses.
She wasn't a polished. She wasn't a polished product from day one. Matter of fact, when we first seen her, she beat the. What couldn't she do? She couldn't. No, she knew all five when we first seen her.
That's one of my biggest complaints, though, is when we first see her. She's I'm the Avatar, and
yeah, she knew all five
elements.
What? What do you mean all five?
Excuse me, all four elements, all five, all four elements.
Did she learn the blood bend? Did she learn the metal bend?
But that I mean, blood bending is a part of water bending. Metal bending is a part of earth bending. So maybe she didn't get as advanced in both of those skill sets, but I mean, she knew the principle.
Oh, that's right. She couldn't airbend.
Yeah.
That's what she couldn't do. Yeah, she couldn't airbend.
Yes,
But she was crazy with the fire bending. She was crazy with the water bending. Earth bending was crazy.
yeah.
She joined that tournament, that fighting league, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Wait a minute, you can do all three? Okay, what are the rules? Okay, Avatar can compete, but she's only got to do one element."
Yeah.
It's so different when there's not a Fire Nation chasing you down. You're not on the run. But they say that with these earthbending twins, they say like the avatar that they have here is going to be on the run. You know, like has to hide type thing.
And it's one of them, right? One of them is the Avatar.
Would you say?
One of those twins is the Avatar.
Yeah, that's what they say. Or both. Who knows? They haven't said both, but what if? Bro, Roku had a twin brother though, so they never said he was the Avatar. Also,
There can only be one at a time. So I hope they don't break their own rules and be like, oh, but yeah, we didn't tell you guys if there's twins, it can split in the womb and go to both. No,
Ocean May, baby. Ocean May.
gosh,
I was
no.
gonna like, what? Where's that from again? Oh yeah, Acolyte. Okay. I'm Too Fly says Chill Trippin' MAGA Mount is not gonna make a movie about a possible lesbian avatar. Not gonna happen. Paramount. They're called MAGA Mount now.
Mag 'em out. Yeah, mag 'em out.
You guys
I
hear
heard they're gonna
about,
make more safer. They're gonna make more safer movies, and that's why they're leaning toward Aang instead of whatever else it was, Avatar Kyoshi, or the prior ones. They think Aang is more reliable and safe. We'll make a movie with him, and if he does well, maybe by then we'll get to the Kyoshi movie that was in development, or maybe we do another Aang movie. That's what I would prefer, though.
Did you guys hear about your boy being cast in Man of Tomorrow?
I did.
About Aaron?
Yeah, if this is anything like the cartoon that I've watched on HBO Max, then we should also be getting a casting for Jean, because he's in that as well.
But we moving kind of fast now, so we're gonna get Martian Manhunter and Lanterns by when is that coming out? 2027. So next year, still no Batman. Just kind of lingering around.
Hey,
Still
well,
no
then
Bat.
we might pass a sign for Gotham. We might pass a street sign that says Gotham's up the street. Hey, he's there.
Oh, okay.
He's
No.
here.
Ooh, don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. It's I don't know.
I expected him to be in the movie already, so I didn't really take it as too much of a surprise. But it is good that they made the announcement. You know, I think that in itself should put some of the worries about Lanterns to ease. I don't think I'm giving them the most benefit of the doubt I can give them. I don't think if you're going to have John in the Superman sequel, that you would want his introduction to be a dud, to be a totally non superhero show.
I just hope that with the transition from Lanterns, because Lanterns, although I didn't like the trailer, it seems very serious. It seems like there's actually some real stakes and real shit going on with, a real tone to it. James did Superman, which wasn't like, typical heavy leaning on James Gunn humor, but I hope that he keeps this, that he doesn't change John's personality or however he's acting in Lanterns. I hope that translates over to Man of Tomorrow. I hope he's not coming in with the quirky, dorky jokes and like the whole thing with Mr. Terrific, where the whole opening the garage after a very serious scene, I'll come help you, and then the garage door opening all slow and stuff like that. Like, I don't want that for John, but it is James's world and his movie, so
You think he's gonna stay if Paramount actually if this whole thing goes through? You
I
think he's gonna
really
stay?
don't even know on that. I really don't know. I mean, Paramount did say that they were willing to still allow James to do his own thing. I mean, he's still,
For now.
yeah, for now. So I don't know. I don't know. He has been particularly quiet, out of the ordinary quiet. He's not online answering and debunking things. So,
Speak to the mic.
oh, sorry, he's not online answering and debunking things. He's been particularly quiet as of lately. I've not seen him saying anything about it. He probably won't address it anytime soon. But I don't know. I don't know if he stays, if he goes.
Maybe because he's working. Maybe because like it's pre-production time right now with the Superman movie. Its production begins scheduled to begin in April in Atlanta and to go into the summer. So he's doing some sort of work with Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw Josh going in on John's video where John gave points about why he believes James Gunn would leave, and Josh was saying, "Oh, these are stupid. These are baseless. This is this and this and that." I don't think it's baseless. Well, especially one of the ones I really don't think is baseless is that I keep saying John. James has shown his political side, his political views. He does not align with
The Ellisons.
yeah, and Trump and the rest of them. So he was like, because Josh was like, "Oh, I've never seen him. Correct me if I'm wrong." And I didn't watch this live. I would have put it in the chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never seen him, directly going against MAGA. I don't know that I've seen him directly saying anything negative about Trump or negative as of lately about this administration, but subtly, I would say he has. I mean, look at Superman. Look at the whole conflict in the film.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? I wouldn't say that he politically doesn't show his what side of the fence he's on.
If that conflict was a coincidence, I don't know. I didn't think it was. I don't think it is. I think he'll lie and he'll say, "No, you guys are reading too into it." But if I see like a space planet versus another planet and it draws again from that same source, I'm gonna say, "Nah, James Gunn, you're doing this on purpose."
Yeah, I think Darius is right. It's clear where he's at on the political spectrum, and that should make his next move that much more telling. Right. If he does stay and plays ball, then it's like, okay, so maybe we can check some of that. Maybe some of those feelings that you had are for sale to a certain degree. And if he bounces at the first sign of friction or confrontation with the Ellisons, then I think that's more so him acknowledging a difference of ideology, before it's allowed to fester. And it also depends on how they plan on letting him run the studio. Like I think he was getting pretty much carte blanche until after the Superman numbers posted in terms of what he wanted to do with the slate and the characters and such. I don't think it'll necessarily be like that with Paramount. Even if they say, "Hey, we want you guys to do your thing," I don't think it's the type of David Zaslav do your thing. It's more so of, well, I'll be on the lot. I'll be around, because there are much different considerations now with Paramount than there were when it was just Warner Brothers Discovery. So,
If you mean October 7th, 2023, the Hannibal Directive Day, the conflict goes back to 1948 when things started. So it's not like, okay, he made the script before this initial attack and words I can't say on YouTube.
Didn't need October 7th to get what we're doing there.
What's his
I think
name?
Attack on Titan is taking from that part of the world.
What's the podcast or the interview dude's name that gets all the good interviews? Josh. His name is Josh too, isn't it? Josh
Horowitz.
Yeah, he interviewed
Sean?
Snyderverse. I'm blanking on names for
Zack
whatever
Snyder.
reason. Snyder, Jesus. He interviewed Snyder and asked Snyder if there was ever a chance that he could see of him coming back and doing it. And then, he said never say never. And the only reason that's even being brought up is because of the whole and Josh set that up in the question before he asked him that. He said with the whole new blah blah blah. Actually, did he say that? I think the interview actually happened. He released the interview the same day that he released the interview the same day that they announced they had won the bid and all that kind of stuff, blah blah blah. So the question, he had already asked the question, do you think there's a possibility? And Zach told him never say never. There's always a possibility that we could, blah blah blah. They've been, those pictures that they were with him of all that kind of stuff. There's a possibility where they say, yeah, James, you do your thing, and then we're also going to let Zach finish his thing, because they have a good relationship with Snyder.
Would hate to hear that. I'd like for both of their thing to be the same thing. They could work together, but not you do yours and you do yours.
I think if they went to James and told James, hey, we're going to have you work with Snyder, he would leave.
He would leave. He would leave. Yeah, he would definitely leave.
He would leave. Like, hey, bud, we liked what you did, but we liked his also, so we're gonna.
It ain't Snyder they need to worry about. I think when Zaslav gets his eyes on Robert Pattinson as Batman and the cash that's going to bring in, or not Zaslav, excuse me, Ellison, when he gets his eyes on Pattinson and the money that movie makes, I don't think this whole elongated vision of Brave and the Bold, like I believe that at that part of it, I believe in less now than I believed in it when it was just Warner Brothers who was making that determination.
I wouldn't say that. If Matt Reeves takes 17 years to make a movie and a movie makes only 100 million more, you're forgetting that toy sales and all the other things. It's just be better and more efficient to stick with James Gunn.
Well, just like when you were suggesting, or not you, but Darius was suggesting, all right, well, do they make you work together? Because then I think it's very 1 + 1 = 2 with them. It's money calculation. They're not concerned with creativity. They're not concerned with long-term vision. What is going to be the most fiscally responsible, and what is our quickest route to get there? And so if they see that Reeves is on a heater, all right, maybe it takes you 5.5 years to make another Batman movie. Can you give us something? Can you give us something else? Can you work with James on another project?
What if they tell Reeves, hey, that was great, successful, made a lot of money. We need the next one in 2 years. Or you have a 2-year window where we can't. Like, window's gone.
I don't know if I take that if I'm him. Like, if I know that I'm not capable of making a film in a dictated amount of time, and I don't want to just go up there and load up a brick, then you give up the op, I guess. You give up the opportunity.
They put a few more zeros behind it. We want you to dedicate your life to this script for the next 2 years.
And that changes everything for everyone, right? At a certain point, there's a number where whatever they ask you to do, you're probably going to do. But if that's the case, if they're willing to invest that much into him so that he'll focus on just this for the next 2 years, then you might as well make him your guy. You might as well let him drive the narrative of your studio, because you're paying him like it at that point.
That's what since they now own Westeros, that's what they need to do with George. Hey, brother, George, we will pay you to finish Winds of Winter. We'll pay you. Because he's working on the other Duncan Egg books, so they can add more to the story, more seasons, more this and this and that. I feel like he's just in an endless loop, though. He's talking about like, oh, I got to go do this with this, and he's talked about Winds of Winter. He said like, I've written this, I've done this. He wrote a whole chapter on Tyrion, but then scrapped it because it would have taken characters and the story in a completely different direction. I'm like, brother, I mean, I'm not a writer, so I don't. But I'm just like, man, I wish you could get this together, because it's all left on such a cliffhanger. And I would hate for something to happen to this man. And we're just like, somebody in the comments section, I was watching the video, said, some of us are just gonna have to accept that some stories are just never finished. I don't know that I can accept that. I don't know that I can accept that. That's
Especially
a
when
really
it's been right here at this spot for so long. Like, come on, man,
Yeah,
just get it done.
come on. So yeah, but they own Westeros, so they really need to pour into that IP as well. Big money into it.
If he has an accidental death, his estate is going to say he actually did finish the book. It's publishing in a few months. We'll get after the funeral arrangements. Meanwhile, someone else is writing the ending. Yeah,
Literally, that is exactly what I was just thinking about. The minute he's no longer with us, knock on wood, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, his finished product, his final book." We know, George. We know that ain't how that happened.
Man, yeah. I don't. Have y'all read the? Not to go down to Game of Thrones, but have y'all read those?
no,
The books? Man, I'm not even a book reader, but it is so different from the show. It's very much like there's a lot that's obviously the same, but it's different, bro. It's different. There's characters that are not in the show that should be in the show that just make the story so much more like jaw dropping. I'll tell you this because they're not doing it in the show, so I'll tell you this in House of Dragon. You know Alice Rivers, the witch at Harrenhal, that's with Daemon in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Aemon have a son who also has a claim to the throne. It's not in the show. It's like a completely omitted from the show. Like even in the Game of Thrones series, like I think I said this last time. The young Griff guy, supposed to be Aegon Targaryen, Rhaegar and Elia's son, with also a claim to the same throne that Daenerys is after. And he's got the Gold Company and Dorne behind him.
They changed that all and they put it all on Jon Snow.
Yeah. And John is a warg in the John's a warg in the books.
I was about to say, John is actually a character in the books. Yep.
It's like, oh man, there's some good shit in those books if you've never gotten into. You don't have to like read them; you can audio book them because that's what I'm doing. They're great stuff in there. And it's like now that it's done, I've listened to them. It's done. I'm like, well, I guess I'm just now in the same spot that people for years have been in. Because I'm just like, never gonna get them, I guess.
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Woo, woo, woo.
What else was there? Is there anything else?
I threw in the Aaron Pierre topic, a little extra.
we're good. We hit it all. Go look out for the second printing of the Dakota incident whenever they announce who's doing the cover art.
You see, they're doing this Stewie show, which I think is a little late. Not that I won't watch it. I just think it's
A
late.
Family Guy spinoff with Stewie?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
As a baby?
As a baby.
So, but like, it just feels like that's Family Guy. It feels like episodes of Family Guy.
It says that Stewie spinoff series is officially happening from Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane. 2 seasons ordered following Stewie in a new school with new characters. There's more on it. Hold on. It also says that the new animated comedy, which will follow Stewie in preschool and explore time and space travel, comes from Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane in 20 television animation. It is targeted premiere on Fox during 2027 and 2028 on Hulu.
So it's Rick and Morty.
That's why I say I feel like it's late.
So it's Rick and Morty.
I feel like it's late. Will I give it a chance? Yes. I just feel like Stewie's always been the most interesting character on Family Guy, but you did a Cleveland show. And it's like you should have did Stewie then. But Family Guy is one of those ones where I guess people are still watching. I watch Family Guy every now and then. I like Family Guy. I wasn't, I was into it a lot growing up, but what season are they on? Like 30?
No, they premiered in 2000, so 25.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
I feel like it's just late, but hey, he said he's never going to stop doing Family Guy because people are still watching. So, and of course, it's still giving him money.
It's either that or Ted. It ain't much in the tank. There's not much in the tank.
I don't even like Ted.
It's wearing thin, and when they started the TV show is when it kind of got old for me.
Yeah. I'm not a Ted fan. Yeah, but that is it. I don't see anything else. I don't have anything else saved.
Really nothing else, man. Timothy Chalamet, all that. He's gonna lose the Oscar to Michael B. Jordan now, and that's gonna be the news story. So look out. Michael B. didn't earn it. Michael B. is only the best actor because Timothy Chalamet. Now, isn't the voting due though? Like the votes are already in before Timothy Chalamet's thing from last week.
They're probably still accepting bribes.
Can't wait for the Sinner stuff to be over. Like, okay, you got your validation, you won your award. Go stop. Never campaign again. Don't visit the BAFTAs. Don't visit the Oscars. Nobody gets your attention anymore.
I'm mad they out here begging for the award in the first place.
You see, Meg Thee Stallion debunked that and said that's not her anime. With the
We
lady
did, yeah.
clapping
We
her
talked
ass.
about it on Sunday. That I guess she said that was a clip from a music video. My problem is that Carl Jones was there. That's who showed that the lady the clip. So like, is there a confusion? Did you send Carl that video as inspo? And he thought like, oh no, this is gonna be in the show because he sure up told that lady that it was a clip from the anime.
Maybe it was a
So-
clip from the anime, and then the backlash made her say, "No, that's not my show." Because there was
which is-
backlash.
I'm hoping that that's not how it went. Like that was the actual footage, and she was like, "Oh, okay, no, that ain't it. We going back to the lab."
They didn't
I'm
like
hoping.
it. Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. I know when I saw it. I honestly didn't put it past Meg. I mean, not that I think Meg is like. I mean, I don't know what I think about Meg. I don't think about Meg. So I don't think anything about her. But I wouldn't put a anime of this style past her. She twerked with the vice president elect.
She-Hulk. Oh yeah.
And She-Hulk. And she's.
I forgot about the campaign.
WAP.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't put it past. I didn't put the anime. I really thought it was real. I was like, oh, that's poor taste. That's awful.
So my thing is that I've heard her, like I ain't never heard her talk about no Marvel characters. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never heard her connected with nothing Marvel, nor have I really seen her really dig deep into politics. But what I have heard her talk about, and it leaks into her music, so you can kind of tell she's an actual fan, is anime or anime culture, anime characters, and such. And so I saw this as an opportunity for her to kind of step out of that box and show a different side, like another way, not just for people to engage with you, but like a new line of business, like a completely different arena for you to be something else, you know, to a whole nother group of the people. Rihanna to Fendi type shit is what I'm talking here. All right, when nobody thinking about cosmetics and Rihanna until she went out and won $1 billion, but she didn't do it, you know, bent over, touching her toes. And so I'm hoping that what she said is the truth and that this was something else altogether and it's not connected to the anime, because put your best foot forward. You're walking into another door. I think when you had that chance on Disney Plus, you walked through and you were the stallion, right? And so now you're making it harder and harder for people to see you in any other light. You know,
I see her differently with Klay Thompson. In that light,
you
like
see her differently with Klay.
Yeah, she's like rebranded her. She's. I view her in a different light than I do the rapper, twerker.
Until
She should make a
she's the
song about
creator of
"I'm the Splash Sister."
Okay. Well, I mean, and that's fine. That's all well and good. And if that's the track that we're on, then great. I don't want this to be just memeable content. Like I don't want it to be something for people to laugh at.
No one's gonna laugh if she makes a song called "The Splash Sister."
No, I'm talking about the anime.
I hope she doesn't make a song called "The Splash Sister."
Oh, sorry. Because one of the Splash brothers isn't Clay. One of them is Wardell. Mister,
The
what did
Splash
Wardell do that I'm
Sister.
mad about again? Goats?
He's
No, the weapons.
invested
The
in
weapons.
Israeli tech forms.
Yeah. Forget why I
Yeah.
was mad at him.
They're still going strong. I'm looking on her Instagram. Her and Clay.
Is she twerking on her IG, or is she acting like she got a man now?
Well, nope. Her latest post from 16 hours ago, she is twerking.
Oh well, so much for Clay Thompson.
Yeah, she is twerking 16 hours ago. Looks like it's for a new video. Oh, nope. Sorry. It's for True Religion.
Huh.
Cool.
Mad.
Oh, it's paid twerk. That's paid twerk. That's money making twerk right there. That's required twerk.
Okay, well, this one's not.
John C. Yes, I'm watching Paradise. This season has been awesome so far. R.I.P. to Annie. My only
Annie,
question about this series is why are we raising white babies? Why we got both of our protagonists out here lugging around white babies that don't belong to them? With no black children out here that needs to be saved. They got Sterling K out here walking around with the knapsack with the little infant. It's crazy. But no, excellent season.
Girls can't twerk if they have a man. Unk status achieved, Marcus. Pull your pants up.
I just asked a question. I just asked a question. I wasn't the one that said Clay was going to change her. I just asked.
Yeah, she just did WAP a few days ago with Cardi on her tour. Cardi brought her out.
I'm ready to end it.
For sure. Good to go.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. That's it. Chill and I will be live, I'm pretty sure, right? We talked about it.
Yeah, when?
Starting next week.
Okay, yeah. Next week we'll be live again often. That's right. Go support Stranger Comics. Yeah. You can go to their website. You can do the Kickstarter, which is in the chat right now. You can pre-order the comic book. Your final day would be March 30th to start getting your pre-orders in for Stranger Comics at the local comic shops. Make them a staple. They're bringing it to you now. So it's kind of, we're kind of at a point where we kind of have to support. But that's what's happening, man. Movie, animation, Stranger Comics, friend of the channel now, we can officially say. Right? Friend? No? Yeah. You think I scared him off? I think Darius scared him off.
Why do you think Darius?
Darius said, "Are you dealing with snow bunnies?" Darius asked a wild question, guys. Rewind like 2 hours.
That was not a wild question. I was thinking about how to phrase the question because I was thinking to myself, is it going to be rude? Because I was really, what's your black folks history? But I figured he had black in him. I was looking at him. He looks like he has some black in him. So.
Cam, check us out on Monday for the cross review. Boy, that one's heating up too. That one's getting good.
I haven't done anything this week. This has been a crazy week. My dog had surgery. Capone had surgery, so I haven't gotten to.
Shout out to Capone, man. Speedy recovery.
Yeah, he had a tumor removed, a perianal tumor. So if you have older dogs and you don't get them neutered, it is something they can get. It's what's it called, benign, but which is great. But they can get them you have an older dog and they're not neutered. So with removing it, they removed his balls.
Damn, Capone.
I know. I was like, dang. 11 years old, never had any type of surgeries, but he's fine. He's doing better. He's doped up. Gotta get his stitches out in 10 days, but that's been my week. He had surgery Tuesday. We had the prep for it Monday. He had the visit on Monday. They wanted to do it Tuesday. He was there all day Tuesday. Picked him up that night, and I've just been taking care of him. He's still, which I don't want to TMI. I don't want to get TMI, but they did say that it was if he doesn't use the bathroom, which he still hasn't. So I'm watching him very closely. It's been 2 days. He has not used the bathroom yet. So yeah.
It was Chill. He seen mad at Chill's comment. I think you guys maybe are reading too into it. Everything that happened, I was just playing with Darius. Everything that happened was like conversational for growth for a question answer. I don't think there's anything to look into here. Like support, like check him out. Stranger Comics, guys. Sebastian Jones, director.
It's very interesting. I'm very interested in that movie for sure, especially if it's teeter in that line of, like I said, Game of Thrones stuff, sci-fi, us in sci-fi like that. Yeah, I like the page he kept showing as well.
Yeah.
You don't see that a lot, or ever. So yeah, support. Check us out. We're live next week. Marcus is live Sunday.
Yep.
Cue the Josh.
Hey, I've been watching y'all every single time on Thursday and Friday because I swear to God, y'all switch up every now and then. But rock out. I'm fucking with it. I'm out.
Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
I know.